Oh, hey, I think we're...
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
So,
Mike?
Mike?
Oh,
Mike?
I didn't see you there. Oh my
Don't
god!
mind me. I was just browsing my new favorite app.
Don't
Let me tell
mind
you
me.
about it.
I was just drinking a polar beverage, effervescent.
The unofficial sponsor of Tabletop Tavern.
The unofficial sponsor of my diet.
Excuse me, I drink that stuff all the time. So,
hello and everybody, and welcome back. It's Sunday night. It's the How I Nerd channel. It's Tabletop Tavern. You guys ready to get this season kicked off?
let's do it.
Ready.
Yes.
What they said.
Just hopping right on board.
Throw me in a friggin' cot and drag me behind, okay?
So everybody, as you know, it has been about now 5 weeks, because last week we decided to do like a recap of season 1. Excuse me, burp. For those of you out in podcast land, I hope you enjoyed that. So yeah, we're doing we did a recap last week, which actually we all enjoyed a lot. So going forward, we have a little plan, and we have a little assistance with this too. So every month, typing's coming through. Every month, we're gonna do a recap. Every 4 weeks or 5 weeks, if it's that month, we'll do 5 weeks. But we're gonna recap the previous 4 or 5 episodes, and so we can have a little time to talk to you guys about, what I was thinking, what the cast was thinking, what they think are coming up, any questions you guys may have, or anything like that. So that is something we're gonna do. And Dr. Dune, one of our moderators, is gonna help us doing highlight videos. So he's currently working on the very daunting task of going back throughout season 1 of putting together a highlight video. And Luna, Idabrix, is helping. Who else is helping, Idabrix?
Lore Blue is going to be helping out.
Oh, excellent. So anybody who has any interest in and Zamboni's here, and she has internet. That makes me extremely happy.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
Happy internet dance.
yay interwebs.
Yep.
So if anybody's interested in working with Luna and Lore Blue to come up with some timestamps for big events during first season, reach out to her on Discord, Game Mom Luna, and she'd love some help because she's got what? How many hours of video?
I calculated it out. It's just over 67 hours.
Oh, dear God.
And
yeah.
And why why aren't you done that yet?
On my desk by morning.
Well,
I literally said that the first one.
he literally did say that, and I was like, so let's see, it's like 9 o'clock now, so 67 hours. Yeah, sure, no problem.
You could have 3 different feeds on 3 different screens going. I don't see what the problem is.
Except for that,
That's
I
just
only
the
have
raw
one
content.
monitor.
That's not the time included.
Do you have a
going
phone?
through it and
Well, yeah, but
Okay. Do you have
not
an
have
iPod in the
phones.
house or an iPad?
no,
You guys have phones?
I have
Yeah.
a laptop.
You have a laptop. So there's 3 devices right there. Bang. All I'm hearing is excuses.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you so much.
Oh my god.
Oreo was like, you monster.
I am a monster.
One.
No, me for only having one monitor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, God.
So guys, thank you so much for coming out. You know we love this. We know we're excited to be back. Excited to get back into the story. I'm surrounded by a wonderful community of people and Davdithas. So we
It's fine. It's whatever. I don't need this.
no, you don't.
No,
Hey,
it's fine.
guys, we're gonna audition for the new role of Davdithas. We're gonna move through
how do you
this.
say that name again?
Remember in the beginning what I was calling you?
We were saying all the names wrong.
Oh, my gosh. Davdithas.
Davdithas.
Yeah. That's what I used to be called.
Oh god.
Davdithas, Idabrix.
I was
You
like-
there, you die.
Ebatrix.
I was like, by episode 3, we'll have our names right, I hope.
I'm not that smart, folks. So, all right. So tonight we will be going in season 2 of the Tabletop Tavern, episode 21, New Beginnings. When last we left off, actually no, we're not gonna go into that. I just wanted to bring a couple more things before we get going. We are gonna try to raise money coming up to add some additional books to Fantasy Grounds. I've got a really good deal the other day, but it's gonna still cost about $185 to get the rest of the books that we'd like to use for the campaign, and any future campaign. It's a long-term investment. So we're going to put up a fundraiser coming up probably after the holidays. It's a tough time of year. People are, buying presents for their kids and me. And I take cash. So, you can, that's always an option. But after the
for premium snaps, right?
I'll send you premium snaps of my feet.
There you go.
Oh, God. I will pay just to make sure that never happens.
Mike said squats for subs. It's a thing.
That could be a thing too.
That could be a thing, yeah.
That really could be a thing coming up. So, so yeah, after the first of the year, we're gonna try and start raising money to add a couple more books to the. It's pretty much the Ultimate series, and I realized I never actually got the GM's guide for Fantasy Grounds for Pathfinder. So I want to use that at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we're gonna put that up after the holidays. The other thing is we would like to. We really want to get. We were talking about a t-shirt contest the other day, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna post something about the t-shirt contest and try to push it fully and get an official contest going. So you guys have the options of getting some merch out of that. So if any of you are designers out there that want to compete, we'll put the details out there tomorrow for you. Somebody's swooning for Decider 12.
What?
Are they blind?
Wow.
No, I like this. Let's pull at this thread.
Yes.
Where's this going to lead?
I'm going to sit this one out and just see what happens.
Just DM me for his personal cell number.
Yeah.
I have no problem handing it off.
Oh, thanks.
He's kind of desperate at this point, so his standards are low.
Yeah, I think we're at the point of writing his number on the bathroom stalls and.
Oh, I already did that. That's. Wait till you walk into the bathrooms at your new place, man.
Okay.
Did you know that there are 34 hot singles in your area?
Yeah. The ad that pops up on every website I go to.
Well,
that's why you need ad blocker.
And that's why you need to set up Pi Hole.
Full circle.
Full circle. One other thing I wanted to mention is, and over the last 4 or 5 months, I put on a significant amount of weight, and I'm going to be fighting that. So I'm officially starting Operation Unfat Myself. Yotts is going to participate with me, and Dice Barbarian is going to participate with me. But to keep myself honest, I'm doing a healthy wage, which is essentially you make a wager and you can win money. And if anybody wants more details on that, jump in the Discord, send me a message. Anybody wants to, I know this is a tough time of year. We got a lot of feasts coming up ahead of us, but I've got to make a change because my weight's going in the wrong way. So I decided to grab the reins, and this is how I'm going to do it. So the 3 of us are going to get it going, and we're going to I'm going to make a group, a room in Discord for anybody that wants to jump in with us, or you don't even have to do the wager. If you're looking for somebody to talk to to lose weight, or just support each other as we do this, we're going to do it. So mine is 50 pounds in 6 months. So we're going to get this going.
That's intense, man. You can do it. Good job on the public accountability.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good motivator.
So that's the thing. I'm putting it out there to hold myself accountable. So
come join us, friends. Hey, your goal can be anything. Let's do it.
I am going to kill your whole family.
Are we going to get some more wings? When do we get for those wings? You promised me wings.
Oh, I am so happy about something that's going to happen tonight. All right. Without further ado.
What does that mean?
Oh, one more thing. Orchist86, one of our moderators, suggested an idea to me that I thought would be super cool. So we're going to work on it, and we might have to ping and get some volunteers or people who would like to contribute to that. But we're looking to set up a wiki for the lore that's happening within this world so that people can, especially as the campaign gets into the years long, it'll be fun for people to go look back and be able to look stuff up and, look at the players' character sheets throughout the levels and things like that. So that's the other thing. If you have any interest in that, ping myself or Idabrix, and we will we'll get you going in the right direction. Without further ado, do we want to get it going?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we probably should play some D&D.
Yeah, we should do that. That's why we're here.
Is that what we're here?
I don't know. That's why you told me we were here.
Okay.
Let's do a recap of the recap.
Let's do. Okay. All right. I'm gonna.
We talked about some stuff, and then we laughed at some stuff,
Yeah.
and then we took a break, and then we did it all over again.
And then we killed some stuff.
And
Don't
then
forget
we
that. That's
We
important.
loved. We learned. We lived.
And then we moved on.
Find singles in your area.
Christ.
Poor decider.
My life is a mess.
All right. Let's do it. I can't wait
Oh, God.
till 4 years from now, when Davdithas still hasn't finished. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I gotta bring out this thing. Boom, boom. I gotta share something with you guys.
Are you bringing out your dead?
Better
Pretty much.
Bring
Better
out your
finish.
dead.
Bring out your dead.
When last we left off, Sheriff Hemlock had handed a note to Davdithas, and we're gonna have Davdithas read that again.
You have spoken of this before, my master. Now it begins. Join the pack and it will end. Signed, your lordship.
And at that,
Where did-
Sheriff Hemlock looks over and says, "Oh, wrong message." If you look at Sheriff Hemlock looks over at Davdithas and says, "Davdithas, it pains me after all you guys have done for the town, but I'm afraid I'm going to need you to explain this."
I unfortunately can't explain this. I'm not entirely sure what it's about. Where did you find this?
It was at the scene of the murder of the body.
And we don't know who did it,
Can you guys give me a perception real quick?
including me.
Yes, everybody.
Okay.
Well, that's a great start. That's a 9.
I almost forgot how to perception. 26.
Jeez. 10.
And Gunnar is a
7.
7. Davdithas, you notice a distinct reek coming off this this piece of paper. It is foul. It smells like rotting something.
Oh, gosh, this thing is just disgusting. I know you said you found it at the murder scene, but like, where did you find it?
It was at the sawmill. It was it's a pretty bad scene up there. You don't know anything about this?
I can't say that I do. I just have guesses, but
Well, what's your guess?
it just doesn't seem possible. I can't. Honestly, I can't think.
But I mean, there must be some explanation.
I've got. It could be someone I know. I really hope it isn't, though. That seems impossible.
Who do you think it could be? I mean, Davdithas, you guys have done so much for this town, but I mean, this note, while it could be very done to, to frame you, I mean, we have to explore every possibility.
Look, there's a chance it could be a family member of mine. I'm really hoping it isn't, and it just seems impossible. And I don't even know what to think right now. It can't be. No, it can't be. We need to go check it out.
You're gonna go check it out?
I have to.
Yeah, I guess I could take you up there. So we gotta head over to the lumber mill. It's pretty grisly up there, and like I said earlier, this isn't the first murder that we've come across in the last couple days. But now thinking about it, I mean, with you just getting back to town, I mean, how could you have done it?
Oh, gosh, no, absolutely not. We didn't do it. That thought never even crossed my mind because we didn't. I have a question. The victims.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about them?
Well, all right. So this recent victim, the body's up there and it's up in rough shape. We should probably go over the sawmill and go investigate it up there. But as we're walking up there, I can give you a little details on it. So if you look at the map, the sawmill is kind of over by the Rusty Dragon. It is on the inside. It's not really a coast. It's the I'll draw you an arrow. Let's just do that. So it's on the eastern coast between the shoreline and the mainland. There's a couple bridges that go out to it, but it's the Sandpoint lumber mill right there. So it's a short walk from where you guys are. But as you walk over there, he just says it's the bodies are still present there. Little has been done at the crime scene itself. Let's go up there and take a look, and we'll figure out what's going on when we get up there. I did tell you a couple days ago there was a report that came in. There was a murder on the outskirts of town as well. It's pretty grisly. Most of the bodies were ripped apart by some clawed animal. I assume animal. I don't know at this point. But they were clawed apart pretty and mutilated pretty badly. So.
I know this is going to be an odd question, but what race were the victims?
They were human.
Humans. Okay.
Local too.
All right. Well, then I guess we'll need to see more.
So one of the operators over there, Banny Harker, he has there's been some scandal, and he's discussing this as you guys are walking over to the lumber mill. We don't like to talk a lot. We don't like to gossip a lot in town, but this guy Banny Harker has been kind of having a secret affair with the daughter of one of the local shopkeepers. It's getting some weird audio coming through, so you guys can check that. Is it from me?
No, I hear it as well.
Okay.
I
My
heard
mic
it too.
was muted. Sounds like phone interference. With that little digital clicking.
I'm gonna turn off my phone just in case.
Just move it away from your mic.
It's not by my mic, but
Yeah, you're fine then.
You are a mic.
I am a mic.
Ah.
All right. All right. So we're gonna cut that out. We'll cut that out in post.
Post.
I love
And
post.
sync.
So he's been having an affair with one of the a local shopkeep's daughter, Katrine Vinder.
Vinder. That name sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, Davdithas, you might I think you're acquainted with her with Katrine's sister.
Can I pretend to not remember?
You can try and
I think that's a bluff roll.
yeah, you can bluff.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm
Okay.
just gonna be like, I don't know. The name just sounds familiar, but I don't know if I actually have any knowledge of that.
Let's see
It's
if you
a
believe.
10 roll.
Oh, I must have been confused. I thought you might have. Oh, I guess you can't believe everything you hear around town, right?
Oh gosh, yeah, ain't that the truth?
So, Katrina Vinder and Banny have been, they've been kind of at night, and they sneak off and they run the mills to cover the sounds of the You know what I'm saying. He looks at you and winks. Davdithas.
Yes.
But
I am very familiar with the acts of relationships from start to finish. So go on.
okay.
Yes.
I reach over and nudge Gunnar and just kind of look. Yeah.
So by this time, you guys are arriving, and there's a big crowd around there. The guards look pretty nervous, and they're standing at the mill's entrance, and they nod to Sheriff Hemlock and nod to you guys as you approach. The mill is currently shut down. It's not operating. Excuse me. So as you guys get to the scene, and you're observing all this, he starts to walk you into the sawmill. So just to paint a picture for you, timber is delivered along the mill to a small pier that extends out from the Tundrock River, and that's the river that runs between the peninsula, where the eastern side of Sandpoint and the easternmost bank are. So they float the logs down the river to that, it's a typical sawmill. They've got a bunch of saws, and they're stacking. There's typically you would think that there is people would be stacking timber, cutting logs, and getting them ready to either be shipped out of the town via the port, or to be used in towns by the craftsmen. There's sawdust cut all over the place, and you do see footprints and splashes of blood, Davdithas, that smell you smelled earlier is very prevalent here. It's kind of like rotten meat,
Is it the smell of the bodies?
Give me a survival, or give me a survival check.
I can do that.
Okay.
Huzzah. Survival of 18.
Okay. You think it's
Yes.
coming from one particular set of footprints, and also the body. You
So
also
I'm gonna start sniffing around like a bloodhound.
Can we all smell this, or is this like Davdithas, or what?
He
Are
smelled
we
it.
able to pick up on this? Is something special?
If you want to take a look around and see.
I'll just watch Davdithas. This is interesting.
Yeah, right.
Just gonna stand there with my hand on my hip, just watching him.
Davdithas, you can also tell that one of the set of footprints that has that reek to it also you think is barefoot as well. There's obvious signs of a struggle here, in the sawdust, and Harker's body and Katrine's body, and there's they're both mutilated, and there's this an axe there as well, and that lingering smell of rotten flesh around the mill.
So wait, who was Parker again?
He was the person that was having after the relations with Katrine.
And Katrine is the daughter, right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
So that's something
Oh,
you would
boy.
know. You would, because when you had that encounter with with her sister.
No, I didn't.
When you had that encounter with
Alleged.
we're talking out of game here. When you had that encounter with it, she had mentioned her sister.
Oh boy. Well, that's no good.
The mill is a well-built wooden structure with very thick walls. The roof is wooden shingles, and the doors are simple, tinder, and unlocked. The mill, as you look around, the mill machinery has been disengaged. So yeah, that's your scene.
Do these footprints like lead somewhere? These stinky footprints?
The stinky ones?
Yeah.
Give me another survival.
Ha. That is 26.
They do, and I'm just gonna find which direction. I don't remember which direction they were.
I have the nose of a bloodhound.
You apparently do.
And this one too.
Oh.
Oof.
Ouch.
Wow.
I'm just joking. Jeez, I'm sorry.
That's good. That's good. I remember that.
Okay.
Wow. So they appear to lead off towards the marsh, and that would be going eastern outside of the sawmill down into the marsh.
Well, my Davdithas senses tell me that these stinky footprints head off into the marsh. That could be the location where our murderer is hiding.
Could be.
Wait, so these stinky footprints you're
Yes.
telling us about
Yes.
lead into the marsh,
Right.
and that's the lead you're going on.
Yes. Always trust your senses.
Who do
So-
you suspect to find at the end of these footsteps?
Eric,
Someone very
Sheriff,
smelly.
Sheriff Hemlock jumps in and says, "Do you want to take a closer look at these bodies?"
Oh.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah.
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 So as you walk over and look at which bodies do you want to look at first? Which body?
I'll start with Parker.
You're gonna start with Parker with an H.
Harker. Yes.
So the body has been horribly desecrated. The man has been affixed to a wall by several hooks normally used to hang machinery. The body is mutilated, the face carved away, and the lower jaw is missing entirely. His bare chest is defaced as well, bearing a strange rune in the shape of a 7-pointed star. This rune.
Lamash too.
So give me an intelligence check, Davdithas, or anybody who is seeing this rune right now.
17.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Anybody over 15?
A 1.
Okay, so
Am I just bashing my head on
13.
rocks?
So
or what?
Gunnar
Or
and
eating them.
Davdithas, you recognize this as the Sihedron rune, the one you have the medallion that was actually worn by Nuala. So this rune is carved into his chest. His jaw is missing. The blood is starting to congeal and it's thick. And that ever present that smell is coming from him.
Great.
Give me if you would like to give me a heal check.
Sure. Why not? Heal check incoming, and that is a 23.
That's
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Nice.
So as you walk over and you take a closer look at the body, you see several additional wounds. Unlike the deeper slashes on the body, these smaller gashes almost have they've been made by like claws on a 5-fingered human-sized hand.
So not Heron.
Wow.
And there it is.
We can roll.
Wow.
Diving right in tonight.
Oh man. Okay. These smaller
Deductive reasoning.
gashes almost seem to have been made by claws on a 5-fingered human-sized hand. The rotten scent here seems stronger in the air of these wounds. The only way Sheriff Hemlock comes over to you and goes, the only way we really even know it's Harker is by this raven tattoo that's faded across his stomach.
Oof. Yeah,
He's in
it's
pretty
not a
rough shape.
sight.
Yeah.
This all it doesn't make sense. This is all like pointing towards the people we just kind of took care of. Like Lamashtu worshippers is like maybe these little claw marks could be those smelly puppies that we fight all the time.
The smelly puppies.
Yeah. Just Yeah, I think that's what I'm going with. Smelly puppies.
Well, you just looked at tracks, right? They're human footprints.
Oh, I just smelled them. I didn't really look at them.
Oh, okay. Any smelly puppy tracks around?
I'm gonna now look at the tracks and see if I can determine a size or shape.
I did indicate earlier that there were human-sized tracks. So
okay, all right, good.
if you want to look around in case you want to see if there's any puppy tracks, you can absolutely do so if you'd like.
I'm glad you're calling it puppy now too.
I know. He's just do it.
I will gladly look for puppy tracks.
Puppy, nothing to worry about.
Yeah. 18 on perception.
Davdithas, as you look around, you do not see any fluffy puppy tracks.
All right.
Oh, now they're fluffy puppies.
The traffic in here appears to be pretty much humanoid. And like I said, you after you studied those one set of tracks that stink, that you realized that it was somebody that was not shod. They were barefoot at that point.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Davdithas and whisper in his ear, "We can't rule out puppies wearing human feet
You're
to
right.
mask their stinky puppy feet.
That's right.
Keep that in your back pocket."
Okay. Thank you. You are the smart one of the group, aren't you?
Oh my god.
I've been told that, yes.
So why were you bashing your head against some rocks earlier?
Great question. I don't remember that.
That's because you hit
Perhaps
it really
it's
hard.
related. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Think about it.
Maybe we'll look at the
Sheriff
other body here.
Hemlock gets over and walks over and kneels down at Katrina's body. Calls you over and says, why don't you take a look at this too?
Yeah, absolutely. I approach.
So as you look down at Katrina's body, it appears that she might have gotten the better death here. It looks like she was killed instantly when she was pushed into a log splitter. Her mangled, ruined remains lie on the mill's floor amid heaps of blood-stained firewood. A pale-faced, obviously upset guard stands at attention nearby. Give me a sense motive. The log splitter itself is powered by a water wheel and consists of a chute in the floor with rotating saw blades that cut logs as they are fed in. While there are no clues among Katrine's mangled remains, the blade is definitely coated with the rust color of blood.
Great.
You want us all to do a sense motive?
Yeah.
What a grisly scene.
I rolled a 24.
I have a 26.
17, sir.
3.
Anybody above 15 looking at the guard, you think he's about to boot. So,
Oh boy.
You go.
You say that, Idabrix?
No, I'm
Okay.
kind of like,
He's about to boot. Can you elaborate?
He's about to throw up. He's green.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
meant like he's about to boot it, like run. And
No,
I'm like,
okay.
so he looks a little sketchy, like maybe
Yeah,
he's
no,
knows
he's-
something, like,
Thought he
He's
was
about
kick
to-
something.
Yeah, he looks very sick.
he needs to take a few steps that direction and turn around.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You also see a hand axe is embedded in the floor near the log splitter, as if it's been dropped there. When somebody drops it and it sticks on the ground. The handle is covered with bloody finger marks, and if you'd like to take a look closer, you can absolutely do so.
Yeah, might as well.
So Davdithas, as you go over there and look, there's two things that stick out to you about the blade. First, smears of what look like rotten flesh and fragments of bone are caked on its blade. And second, the rotten meat stink is so strong on it. I'm gonna need you to roll a fort save for me, please.
Wow. Okay. It's gonna be a 25.
Okay,
yeah, the dice are with you today.
The dice
I
are
guess
with
they
you, my
are.
friend. So you are able to stave off the effects, but it's quite nauseating. It's quite vile.
So it looks like there was a struggle. That's
yeah.
for sure.
So
She might not have been the intended target. I don't know. I'm still piecing it all together.
okay. Give me a religion check, Davdithas.
Knowledge, religion. There it is. Boom. That is a 20.
Okay.
Damn.
So Davdithas, you think this is a lingering stink of corruption,
Oh.
beyond what the typical normal body would produce. You think the axe was used pretty much in the last 24 hours against some form of undead. You think that
Undead.
possibly Katrine was wielding, either Katrine or Harker were wielding it, trying to defend himself against whatever happened or whoever assaulted them.
Hey, Gunnar.
Yeah.
What's that catchphrase you always say?
This is why we burn our dead.
I think we might have one of those situations on our hand here. This smells like undead. And I say smells, but it does. It really does.
So it smells like rotting flesh and
But more so than normal rotting flesh.
Because if they were killed last night and their flesh is rotten already, we're dealing with something totally out of the normal here.
Well,
could they have been turned?
Well, the two
This
bodies themselves, they look. Davdithas, you would know this based on your healing check that they look normal. You know what I mean? Aside
think
from
it's more-
where the wounds were, that it kind of looked like putrid there. You know what I mean? And
yeah, it looks like maybe they were fighting undead, potentially. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Damn, I was really hoping for puppies. Either
At
way,
least
if
then we'd know what
that's-
we're up against, right?
Well, I mean, if these footprints belong to the undead, then they went off into the march? Possibly? After they did their work, but I mean, they're not... gosh, there's so much.
So
is
I'm
there
gonna-
anything else you've noticed around here?
so I'm gonna point the arrow to where the marsh area is, where the tracks, which tracks are they're leading down there.
Can we take a closer look at these tracks?
Sure.
Can we determine the size of the gate, or perhaps the size of the animal, creature, humanoid thing that would have created footprints such as that?
So give me specifically what you're looking for. You're looking for the size
Okay,
of
so based on the size of the foot and the distance between them, we should be able to guesstimate if it's, a large person, small person,
Okay. Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Give me a survival. Or knowledge.
I'm
nature.
kind of asking the party if anyone has any clue. It's not really my thing.
What did you want me? Let's just look at the footprints again.
Yeah, I mean, if the footprints are like 10 feet apart and the footprints happen to be huge, then we're dealing with something large, right? If they're
Oh,
smaller
I
and
see what
closer
you're
together,
saying.
maybe our perp is
all
you
right.
sound like
Let's see.
detectives here. It's elementary, dear Davdithas.
Ah, yes, indeed.
Simply look at the footprints.
I was astute. Yes.
So what'd you guys roll?
I rolled a 20.
I also rolled a 20.
Okay.
I also
Yes.
rolled a 20.
So anybody that rolled a 15 or higher, looking at them, you think they are a larger human, but not like massive, not, so between 5'10", 6'4", something like that. They don't appear to be spread out as if the creature was running away. They are more they more have the gait of somebody who is walking away.
Yeah, so they look like they weren't in a hurry. Seem humanoid, regular gait. All signs are pointing to undead.
Yeah.
Okay. We have that to go on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I still don't understand this note though.
Can I roll a knowledge local to see if I know if undead are common in this area?
Sure.
We did fight some already.
9.
Luna, you don't think you've heard anything about undead in the area?
Okay.
Can I do a knowledge arcana to check to see if I know of any necromancer type of thing in the area that
You could try.
might be raising dead? A 10.
You're not familiar with this type. You don't think this
This
magic
looks
would
like
fall.
nothing I've seen before. Right?
Right. You don't think it falls
Yeah.
under your purview.
I don't get the note though. We've spoken of this before. I don't remember speaking to anyone about.
How did this know that this is meant for you, Davdithas?
Sheriff Hemlock looks over and he said, "Yeah, that was pinned to the body of Harker up there, hanging from the hooks.
How do you know it has anything to do with the cleric here?
It says his name on it."
Pretty good argument.
This is a problem.
But
Your lordship? It's addressed to you as your lordship?
On
Has
the
anyone
outside,
called you
it
that
said it was
before?
addressed to Davdithas.
it's signed your.
Oh, signed
lordship.
your lordship.
All right, so who's your lordship?
It's impossible. It's just impossible. It can't be.
Dude, listen there, Chief. We're gonna need some information about what it's impossible.
We
Even
can
if we
follow
just
up
go
on
back
this
and
one
we
in
talk
private
alone.
if it makes more sense, but
Yeah,
Just-
we don't have to talk here, but
Look, there was my father. He kind of did some bad stuff, and I kind of left. But
Father
this
isn't priest.
no, biological father.
So you're a father
My Fasha.
who was
Yes.
royalty.
Potentially.
Potentially? Or okay. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, oh gosh, this is complicated. I don't have time for all this.
I think you're gonna
He
have to make
addresses
that.
you as my
You
master.
better.
We've spoken of this before, my master. Who would address you as their master, but sign it your lordship? That has to point to only one specific person.
It just does. It's not making sense.
Okay.
So Sheriff Hemlock looks at you and the party and says, "I'm going to need you guys to stay in town for the time being.
Fine with me.
I suppose we can go to the Rusty Dragon.
One person." So I'll gotta be honest with you. I'm torn at this point. Like I said, you guys have done so much for the town, and this is, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm gonna need. Are you gonna run this down?
I mean, I feel like we're kind of invested in it.
Okay.
So I vote yes.
I think it would be foolhardy for us not to.
I'm invested in the welfare of the town, so
Yeah, I'm along for the ride. Let's do this.
All right. I already talked to Mayor Devon, and we're gonna officially deputize you guys at this point, so that you can go throughout the town and investigate as you need to. But I really hate asking you, but at this point, if you need to leave town, can you please reach out to us so we know what's going on?
I think
Do you want me to
that would
put
be
manacles on him?
best. Wait, what?
Gunnar kind of half smirks looking at him.
Why me?
I lean over to Gunnar and go, "Don't do that. He might use them."
I've got 2 pair.
So we have Ven sitting up at the town hall in holding for right now. You guys look like you're pretty beat.
Yeah.
Maybe in the morning we reconvene and you guys can talk to Ven. We talked to him already, and I don't think you can get much out of him, but I mean, it's a start. It's somewhere you might be able to start.
Sure. Yeah, it's as good a lead as any.
Okay. So with that, he kind of turns his back to you, starts walking over to the guards, and you hear him calling for somebody to come get rid, take care of the remains, and they try to get the crowd to disperse at this point.
I idly pull a set of manacles out from my pack and start playing with them idly as I'm falling around beside her.
Why are you doing this?
Or Davdithas.
I see what you're doing there, Gunnar.
I'm gonna detect magic at the scene. Do I pick up on anything specific?
It's the standard stuff you're with. You know what I mean?
Yep, no problem. Nothing new.
Nothing new right now at this point. Maybe some of the guards have like minor items on them. But
nothing on the bodies or near them or anything.
Nothing on the bodies.
That would be obvious. Yeah.
Nope.
So we're talking possible undead. You're talking your father and a minion that served him and fucked with you. We're talking more death and destruction in the city after we just saved it from destruction already.
You summed it up pretty well.
Davdithas, did your family know that you were headed this way? Would anyone know of your location? How long has it been since you've been home?
And are you from a family of priests, or?
Oh gosh, it's hard to say. We kind of.
It's hard. There's a yes or no to that. It's really not that hard.
I come from a place that I honestly don't even know exactly where it is in correlation to here. We were kind of isolated, and
I know the feeling.
Yeah, but
sounds familiar.
We were all on our own. It was just us.
You're diverting. Simple question: priests, yes or no?
I mean, there were some, yes. Priests of Desna.
Okay, your family priests, most of them.
Family, no.
Okay, just you.
Me, yes.
Okay.
Answers hard.
Answers hard. It's okay. It's okay.
To answer
buddy.
your question though, Mihaly, as far as how long I've been away for, I don't know. It's hard. The time, I don't know the time. I was on my own for a while. Things got really dark when I ran away, and next thing I know, I was teleported here. I just appeared.
Teleported?
Yeah, Desna spoke to me. At least I'm pretty sure it was Desna, and just brought me here. Said I was needed.
Wow.
Better hope to Desna it was Desna.
I'm pretty sure there were butterflies. And that's usually a guiding sign of Desna. But I can't really tell you more. It's just not right now, at least. Not until I know more answers.
If you ever find out how that teleporting thing works, I mean, you tell me, right?
Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah, I tell you.
Okay, I'm intrigued. I gotta find a book on that.
So this season is going to be a lot more of me giving you guys free reign and less prompting from me. So at this point, I want to hand it over to you guys. And
all right. Well, I need a drink.
Yeah, we should probably go back and discuss what we know and what we don't know.
I like that
I'm
plan.
exhausted after everything that's happened.
Out of the company of public eyes and ears.
Oh gosh, yeah. Desna knows we could use a rest.
Yep.
okay.
So the Rusty Dragon. And put those manacles away.
They're bracelets. You're fine.
Connected bracelets.
You might like them.
I might. I just might.
Oh God.
So you guys make your way back to the Rusty Dragon. It takes you, it only takes you a couple of minutes. As you went to the inn, you see another group of people sitting at a table in front of you. As you listen, you hear them talking, obviously in obvious animated tones. Idabrix, as you look over, you recognize all the people at the table.
Oh boy.
First is going to be, you notice Bethany is sitting down at the table with James and Karen. So
Okay.
So I'm gonna share all the pictures with you, and we'll let everybody see it. The three of them are sitting at the table, discussing things. When they see you come in, Bethany looks over. I'm sorry, James looks over and yells over to you, Idabrix, Idabrix, hey little one, come see what we found. And at this,
James. Okay.
And at this, he points to a weathered book on the table. It's blue spine covered with silver runes. A picture covers both pages with a scrawl of lettering in a language you've never seen before underneath it. As you look at the picture, it shows a set of brass-colored gauntlets, but upon closer inspection, it resembles articulating hands more than gauntlets. Bethany looks over at you and says, "It's a book we recovered from the library. Looking through this, we found this item. It's called Hands of the Servant. It's perfect." Bethany looks at you and her eyes light up and a wide smile breaks on her face.
And I'm like, it's perfect for what?
We can give Heron his hands back.
Oh. What does it do?
So they're hands. You put them on kind of where the stumps are, and it's gonna take a lot of work. I mean, I'll show you here. There's a lot of stuff on this list that we're gonna need, but we have some of it. But they fuse to the wrist and they act as like animated hands.
Wow, that's crazy. I look to Karain and I'm like, what do you think of this? I mean, you're the inventor.
Yeah, I think if we all work together, if you guys are willing to work together, we can get this done. I think this will be great. But I mean, there is a lot of kind of weird stuff on this list that we're gonna have to get. We've got some of it. If you look at this, I can build it if you find the materials. It's Marvel. It's just what we need. Bethany interrupts and says, "So let's begin with the items we do have. I can begin by donating a phoenix feather and a tear. James can give us a fairy dragon scale that we need from his friend Apple Pie."
Apple Pie.
Yep.
Apple Pie.
So we're gonna need an alchemist to brew. Part of this is an ointment that has to be made. We're gonna need to find an alchemist to brew the ointment. Maybe you could ask Medea. Somebody's gonna have to reach out and ask if she can help. But it looks like the rest of the items are gonna be up to you guys to acquire. There's some pretty weird stuff here. It's gonna be a challenge.
Time out. How about if I introduce you to everybody first?
Okay.
So I wave to like Gunnar and Decider and Mihaly, and I'm like, so guys,
Who's Decider?
I mean, Davdithas, sorry. And I'm like, so these are some people that I've just met, when we've been in town. This is James, and I point to James, and
James bows, tips his head to you.
And this is Bethany. Bethany and I met a while ago. Her caravan was in town, and this is Karain. He's been staying in an abandoned warehouse, and he's been doing all kinds of really cool inventions, actually.
And Bethany pipes up and she says, "Idabrix, I have wonderful news. Amiko needed some help, so I'm gonna be waitressing here full time."
Oh, cool. Guess we'll see you around then.
That's fantastic news. It's nice to meet you, Bethany.
Oh, I've heard about you.
I will take my leave then. Goodbye.
He's a nice guy once you get to know him.
And don't sleep with him.
I heard.
Please don't sleep with him.
All right, I'm so excited. I just wanted to share this with you. We gotta take a look at this list, and I'm gonna need somebody to write this down so that you guys can remember this.
Yeah, what do we need?
A femur bone from a ghast as a base to build everything on. Cleared of all the meat, and cut down to finger-sized pieces by a butcher and cleansed by a cleric.
Well, we've got clerics that we can do.
A potion to grow the flesh back around the bones. It requires werewolf fur, the traps from pitcher plants, firepan mushrooms, and moss harvested from a tomb to combat the necrotic effects of the gas bones. Mithril chips from the shield of a paladin, earth from an elemental, and dragon scales to strengthen the metal of the hands, which apple pie is going to provide.
Perfect.
The feather and tear of a phoenix to fuse the hands to the wrist.
That we already got, so that's good.
A divine and an arcane spellcaster coming together on this spell here in the book. It's a spell of creation to animate the hands once they're crafted. The spell is listed here, but I obviously can't read it. We'll have to enlist somebody with arcane and divine magic to research the spell and come together on it.
So just so happens we have some of those right here. We have an arcane caster.
Just like looking away.
I'm like, we have an arcane caster.
Keep
nudges Mihaly.
Yeah. Yeah, I could just keep it down. I can look at that later.
And we have a couple of clerics.
A couple of them, yeah. It's true. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can cast divine spells, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is great. It's going to take some time, but I mean, this is wonderful news for our friend Heron.
It is. I think this is going to help him a lot, actually. I really do.
Okay.
I can't believe you just found this.
I mean, we've been putting in a lot of work trying to finding a solution to, you know, I mean, he did such a selfless thing, and then, you know, to go through what he did, and now we just gotta find him. He's, you know, he kind of escaped, and
he's sitting at the sheriff's station.
Oh, he's going back?
Nope. The sheriff would like to pardon him.
Well, that's excellent news. Oh, okay. Well, we'll be around if you need anything. Speaking of, do you guys want some food or drink? And she jumps up as suddenly remembering that she now actually works there.
Yes, we would love some food and drink, especially Davdithas.
We're gonna need a private room, and yes, food and drink. Dinners or
a private room, like to sleep in or like to eat in?
To talk in.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm new here. I'll go find out from Miko what we need to do to get that going, and I'll be back out in a minute. But in the meantime, if you guys want to go wash up, you know, and get ready, we can make that happen.
All right, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic. Gosh, I can't wait.
All right, so you guys tell me what you want to do at this point.
I am waiting patiently for beverage.
Yeah.
Davdithas.
Waiting for us to get settled in.
I'm just making small talk with James and Karain.
Okay, alrighty.
Give them a brief wave. Good to see you again.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that Gunnar had already met them.
Gunnar, you know them?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't think I've seen them around.
They've well, Karain kind of keeps to himself because he's always busy with stuff, and James is always around, but you know.
I saved that one from goblins.
Yeah, and then
I've been busy. Haven't really got to meet everyone around town yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say we all get kind of busy, so it's all good.
Excellent. So Bethany comes back out. For those of you who are still downstairs in the tavern, says, if you guys, we have the baths prepared. When you're done, we can get you set up in the room over by the baths, so you guys can take some food. You just let us know what you'd like to do.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay.
Gunnar makes it into the bathroom and starts stripping.
All right. Unless anything else you would like to happen, you guys, wash up and stow your gear. And the smell of Amiko's curried salmon washes out to you guys, as well as the smell, familiar smell of some spreaded mead being poured.
Yes.
And Amiko comes out and brings her herself with Bethany, and welcomes you guys back. You guys have been away for a little bit, and you return the triumphant heroes. So
celebration.
Yeah, I'll grab one of those smite. Jeez, how many have I had?
Have you
Smited
had one
meats,
already?
please.
We better not have any smited mead. That's a whole different issue.
I'm just very tired, guys. I could really use this.
So they come out with 2 mugs for everybody and 3 for Davdithas.
Yes, they know me so well. It's fantastic. This is why I love this place. Also, they don't charge us, so it's fantastic.
Oh boy.
I'll get in one of these baths and chug a spreaded mead and just let all the stress wash away.
Okay. So the night passes pretty uneventfully. If you, I think if you guys, like I said, let me know what you would like to do at this point.
Well, we wanted to discuss some things, right?
Yep.
Well, what would you like to discuss?
So it seemed like you knew a lot that you weren't talking about in public in front of everybody else, which I get. I understand things can be sensitive. That's fine. But not telling us what we're going to be going up against or facing, or what's coming after you and subsequently us, is an issue.
All right. Well, I could tell you guys. I'm not entirely sure it's even relating to what's going on here. It just seems so improbable that it's connected, but just the letter itself is the only connection. It's just where I came from. We lived in peaceful times, and it was a group of humans and a group of elves that came together and lived there, isolated from everything else. And we were happy there, but something weird happened. I can't fully explain it myself because I'm not entirely sure, but
can I interrupt real quick for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I shared something with you guys that you shouldn't see. Could you close it, please?
Yeah. We good?
Thank you. All right,
Yeah.
continue.
So resources started disappearing eventually, and tensions started increasing between the humans and the elves that lived there, each blaming each other for it, until eventually my father, who was human, and he was the head of the humans, and my mother, who was the head of the elves, well, he killed her and started a revolt against the elves, and I left amongst various battles breaking out and chaos, and I wandered for a while on my own and then appeared here.
Did you leave out of a moral objection?
I left because he told me that it was either us or them, and me being both, I didn't know what to do. I still feel like I was somehow responsible for it. It just, like I said, it doesn't make sense though. It doesn't connect to this, but the letter somehow makes me think it's a possibility that it could be him. It just, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense.
Let's recant the evidence at the scene. Can you draw any connections to any of this? Human footprints?
The way they were killed?
Large claw marks? I mean, undead, right? Or Davdithas, and I think you'll back me up here. Dogs and human feet.
Yes, dogs and human feet. That makes the most sense so far.
The claws up front, the feet down bottom.
Correct. Best of both worlds.
I mean, there might be something to it.
Could be. A new human-dog hybrid puppy thing. Capable of devouring people on the spot and carving runic symbols into them.
What was with the rotting flesh, though?
They're also
Have you seen
undead.
that before?
undead have rotting flesh. And
Back
they
to the
smell.
undead.
Yeah.
Are we prepared to take on something like that?
I think we can handle undead.
Okay. I don't know. It's a bit out of my wheelhouse, so to speak. I'm a bit apprehensive. I mean, that was a gruesome scene.
Oh, yeah. But I'm sure they were caught in the middle of something, unequipped for the situation at hand.
When the dead walk the earth, it's going to leave trails of slaughter and sadness.
This kind of thing doesn't happen in Sandpoint, right? What's with all this action since we've arrived? Have we somehow brought this upon the town?
What's the deal with Sandpoint being the center?
Well, I don't know about Sandpoint, but it looks like certain things are following us.
Do you think we're bringing the danger here?
Oh, this one particularly named you.
I still don't know if it's correlating to it. It just seems like a coincidence, you know? My
So
father
either
never,
it's
he
your
never worked with
background.
the undead. He never, like, I don't know. His qualms with the elves. It doesn't make sense.
To the best of your knowledge, would you consider him of corruptible character? Would he have turned to something to gain more power and influence? Perhaps something that has reign over the undead?
Oh, with the way things were unfolding, it's possible there was some type of corruption at hand already.
Yeah, great point.
Well,
well, we're not going to figure anything out sitting in these baths. I just stand up. I grab another sprited mead, and I say, I'm going to turn in for the night.
Gunnar stands up, and I wrap my arms around Davdithas and pat him on the back firmly.
Oh, no. Why?
I use mage hands to float a hand up in front of my face and cover my eyes. Just standing there in shock, holding my towel.
And I just cover my own eyes.
Don't let this get you down. There's always looking to someone to ruin our good days. We'll figure this out. We'll work through this. You'll be fine.
Thanks, Gunnar. I appreciate it. Just stop poking me with that thing.
What thing? Oh, sorry.
Just gonna bathe again.
Okay, off to bed. No.
Yep, I'm leaving. Bye.
I run out, slam the door.
But there's nothing to be ashamed of. We're all naked.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be.
It's quite all right. We should be comfortable in each other's natural state. We're friends.
Maybe one day. But we'll work on that. Put it on the list. Right at the bottom. Anyway.
So
we'll figure this out.
You're retiring to your room, Davdithas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As when you get back to your room, you find it almost untouched, but it has been cleaned. Fresh sheets on the bed, and chamber pot is empty.
What is a chamber pot?
It's a toilet.
Roll intelligence. Just kidding. I think you drank it a bit. Give it a shot.
I'm guessing it's the toilet.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, well, I suppose I'll just get in bed then. That seems like a logical course of action.
Okay.
Yeah.
I take a little longer to continue to relax and eat and drink, and talk with my old friends and see what's going on in the local area that we've missed. Just, gossip and whatnot. And instead of going to my bed, I'm going to check on Davdithas.
Can I lock the door without any prior knowledge as to why?
I'll allow it, because that's typically
Is
when
that
you go to
something
bed.
you would do every night anyway?
Yeah.
That's
That's
pretty
why
funny.
I'll allow it.
I'm locking it.
Okay.
Gunnar, are you trying to be sneaky at all? What are you trying to?
No, not at all.
So you walk over to the door. It's firmly locked.
He knocks on the door firmly.
Oh gosh, how long have I been in bed?
Say about 20 minutes, half hour.
All right, I'll roll out. Who is it?
It is I, young friend.
All right. Are you clothed?
Of course. I was eating.
I'll unlock the door and I'll open it.
I kind of pseudo burst into the room and shut the door behind me, and I look back at Davdithas and I go, you know, I don't think it appropriate you sleep alone tonight. I'm here to lend my aid and keep you company and make you feel like you're not alone.
That's very generous of you.
Good.
I think I'll be okay.
I'll take that side of the bed then.
Gosh, how big is our bed?
It's a single. If you had to compare it to a size now, it would be a single bed.
Gosh, you know what? I can't fight him. I can't.
You could diplomacy.
All right, look, Gunnar. I really appreciate what you're doing here.
I could sleep on the couch or on the chair.
I mean, is that going to be comfortable for you? You know,
Of course.
you got your own room over there, and you know what I'll do is I'll leave my door unlocked, and you know if you hear me screaming in terror for some reason, you can just come to my rescue.
I'm just concerned about you, Davdithas.
And I appreciate that. I like to sleep alone or with oh gosh, how do I phrase this delicately? People of the opposite gender. For myself, it's my preference. So there was that one time with with Mihaly, but that was a mistake. And
it was very adorable, the two of you.
I don't entirely remember what happened. It just, you know, I think someone put him there as a joke, you know, when we woke up. But
you look
anyway,
very comfortable.
You know, I don't want to get a reputation.
You know what I could do? I could bring my bed in here and push them together.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That sounds like
perfect.
Go get your bed. The moment he walks out, I'm locking the door.
Okay. Click.
About
Door's
5
locked.
minutes.
It was so good.
About 5 minutes of knocking and calling his name.
Gunnar, as you
Don't
walk out
answer.
the door, you hear the door close behind you and click the telltale symbol of the door locking.
Yeah. There's a good 5 minutes of knocking as after I've pulled my bed out into the hallway. Of course, he probably doesn't answer, so I line up my bed right in front of his doorway, so it's got enough room to walk by, and I fall asleep in the bed in front of his door.
Okay.
Can I hear any of this knocking or anything? Is this kind of rowdy and rambunctious?
Are you downstairs or?
No, I'm up in my room.
Oh, because you never said that.
No, I did.
You did?
I said I run out of there up to my room.
Oh yeah, this is obvious.
Yeah.
Then you could hear this. Yeah. I think.
I'm gonna crack open my door and look out there. Is it light enough that I can see Gunnar setting
Yeah,
up his bed?
the
in the hallway?
hallways have lanterns and stuff. So
A Gunnar? Oh, what
Yes.
the heck you doing?
Well, he's sad, and I don't think he should be alone. And I think he accidentally locked the door before he went back to bed and covered his head.
That was probably an accident. He's been through a lot.
That's what I'm saying. So I figured I'd set up my bed here and watch over him, so I could be close to him. Worst case scenario, I can take that door out lickety split.
You're a wise man. You know what? If you run into any trouble, I think Idabrix would open it for us.
There you go.
Let's just keep that, just in case.
Would you like to join me?
That's gonna be a hard pass. Thanks, bud. I shut the door.
all right. Unless anybody else wants to do anything, Idabrix, are you just going to bed?
I went to bed as this whole exchange is going on.
Okay.
I'm peeking out the door.
Okay, so
And
you walk.
I walk by. I start hearing this whole exchange happen. I'm watching out the door, like this.
Idabrix, would you like to join us?
I am all set. Click.
All right. The night passes uneventfully, and when you wake up in the morning, Davdithas, can you give me a percentage and high or low, please?
All right. I'm gonna do what I always do and call it low. And that is not a low. That is an 80.
Davdithas, as you wake up and try to yawn, you realize that the muscles in your face have tightened up and you cannot unclench your jaws.
I got lockjaw? What?
Holy crap.
That's an issue. Okay. Gunnar? Gunnar!
Gunnar, give me a perception, please.
That's a 7.
You do not hear anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out of.
You
I'm
are
gonna get out of
sleeping
bed.
peacefully. Okay.
I'm gonna get out of bed. I'm gonna unlock the door and I'm gonna open it up. Gunnar, I have an issue.
What's wrong, friend?
I don't know what's happening. I can't unclench my jaw.
You what?
I can't unclench my jaw.
At this point, I rub my face and I sit up and I put my feet on the other side of the bed, like where his doorway is, and I'm sitting there staring at him.
Just
Can't
it doesn't open.
open your mouth?
All right, I can't open my jaw.
You weren't hit. You were hit.
Huh?
Maybe it's a long-lasting injury. You were hit when we were in the caverns.
Do I feel any other symptoms, or is it literally just my jaw?
Just can't open your mouth at this point.
Okay. Like, wait, I can still open my lips, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just kind of do it like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I reach over and my big monstrous left hand grabs the top and front of Davdithas' head,
Oh,
and my
God.
right hand grabs his jaw as he slowly tries to open the jaw.
You gonna try and open it?
Yep.
Are you gonna allow this, Davdithas?
I'm gonna tell him to be very gentle, please.
Quit squirming!
Gunnar, as you try to pry it open, Davdithas starts screaming in pain because the muscles have locked up so much. You feel like you could probably loosen him, but it would probably break his jaw in the process.
I let go of my lower hand and I turn him to look eye to eye with me. Something tells me you've got some sort of curse.
A curse?
Curse?
A curse?
I've heard of this before.
Huh. What? I need Father Jantis.
It's bad too.
She's telling me.
I could try to fix it.
No.
You sure? I know how to work it out. It's just a matter of loosening the muscles.
Send for Father Jantis.
Why don't we go take a little trip and we'll see if we can get this worked out while we go.
Idabrix and I would have heard Davdithas screaming, right?
Give me a perception.
Probably the whole tavern heard him
was
scream.
open. Yeah, okay.
My face is getting pulled open.
It was a rough way to wake up, but let's go for it.
Right.
A 15.
You hear noise come. Excuse me. You hear noise coming from the hallway. Idabrix, you do not.
I'm gonna get up and open up the door.
Dead to the world.
Into the hallway.
I am sleeping forever.
Hey, guys, what's everything okay?
He's got Raven's beak.
Excuse me?
He's got Raven's beak.
I can't unclench my jaw.
When you're
Did
cursed
you
from
say
talking,
Raven?
so yes, of course. When
There
you're
was a
cursed,
raven tattoo on that guy. Or is that what's going on here?
when you're cursed from talking too much and you've been loose of the gum, the Raven curses you for splitting ill-gotten information and not
Davdithas, is this true?
holding warranted loved ones close.
I never talk too much.
I think he's just working on his ventriloquism act.
Oh, what?
You know, the guys with the puppets and they try not to move their lips. This whole
Gunnar
thing.
like releases his left hand off the top of his head and moves, hit both of his hands on either side of Davdithas' jaw and starts working the jaw slowly with like kneading fingers.
Well, it looks like you have this one covered.
We should probably get Father Xantis. I don't know how far I'm going to get with this. Usually it involves
well, we
breaking
need to get him
bones and
looked at,
resetting
I mean.
things.
Was it you screaming?
What was I saying?
Oh my. Okay.
I mean, I could fix it. It's just going to hurt a lot.
Gonna knock on Idabrix's door.
Do I hear him knocking on?
I'm gonna knock pretty fucking loud.
Wham! Color spray through the keyhole.
I'm gonna daze Idabrix and drag her out by her big toe.
Oh!
Just kidding.
Is this starting to feel better?
No, stop. Stop.
It's a 15 as to whether or not I hear him knocking on my door.
Davdithas, give me a fort save.
Okay. Fort save. Come on, big money. 16.
So Davdithas, as you're standing there, your jaw loosens up and your mouth slowly is able to open.
Oh, it is helping a little bit, actually.
I'm very aware.
Oh,
I've dealt with Ravensbeak before.
oh, but why? Why did this happen?
Oh, it's something you have to ask the gods.
Oh, yeah, speaking of which, oh gosh, it's a little. Actually,
I'm not done yet. Quit moving.
It's so hard.
That's. Never mind.
I still. Let me go pray on this for a bit. Anyway, I gotta talk to Desna.
So you're gonna go pray?
Yeah, now
Okay.
that I can. My jaw
Okay, fellas,
actually
meet you
hurts.
downstairs in an hour. Is that what?
So, I'm coming with you now. I just gotta move my bed back.
Yeah, why is your bed? Oh, you tried to sleep with me, didn't you?
Someone had to watch over you.
Maybe considering what just happened to my jaw, maybe it would have been a good idea if you were there.
I'm very well aware, but nobody listens to Gunnar.
I think I would have more questions if you had lockjaw after a night with Gunnar. I'm glad we can eliminate him as a variable, is all I'm saying.
That's true.
With that, I step back into my room and start preparing my thing.
All right, I'm
is
gonna
it
take an hour to pray.
is it safe to assume that because we actually slept in bed in the tavern that if we have stat damage we can get rid of 1 point of stat damage?
Yes. Yep. That is a safe assumption, and you will regain your hit points as normal.
Okay.
So I finished grabbing my stuff and I idly skip down the stairs.
Okay. As you get downstairs, you see Bethany whistling a tune, preparing the counter, and she's taking mugs down and she's, stocking them, putting them in the right places. And as you come downstairs, she notices you. Oh, Gunnar, Master Gunnar. Would you and your party be requiring food this morning?
Please.
Oh, we have something.
Morning.
We have something good today. We have some duck eggs, and we have some pig belly ready to go for you.
I always love the way pig belly and duck eggs taste together. It's just the right amount of grease and slime when you cook them just right.
Would you like some fried bread with that too?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
It pairs perfectly.
For your whole party, or
Please.
any sprouted meat?
Not for me.
Okay. All right. So Gunnar, as you go down and sit at the table, she runs back to the kitchen, looks like she's putting the order in. What are you guys doing?
I'll get up, just get my stuff, and head downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, I finish up packing my bag and throw it over my shoulder and head down.
Okay. When you guys get down there, you see Gunnar sitting at a table, and looks like food is just emerging from the kitchen, being brought out for the table.
I walk over and grab a seat next to Gunnar. Hey, buddy, smells good. What's on the menu?
Pig belly, duck eggs, and fried bread. Perfect.
Well, all right.
Okay, then.
All we needed is some pickled herring. It'd be a totally complete breakfast.
I mean, it sounds like a lot as it is, but
It's how you get your strength up. It's how you avoid Ravensbeak.
oh, well, yeah, in that case, sign me up. For sure. That did not look comfortable. Can you elaborate on that? Like, you know what happened to Davdithas there?
Well, the tales of my people go very in depth with many, many different ailments, and we tend to talk about them going from the perspective of curses. So something like that would be because someone's mouth was too loose, because he spoke ill of people, of spirits of the gods, of higher ups. If he spoke dishonor, if he was lying, we'll say.
But he's a cleric of
Which is probably why it hit him so hard.
Okay, that's our working theory. I'll roll with that. That's
Gunnar starts to eat.
okay.
You guys are talking, and in the meantime, I'm just like, yep, breakfast, let's go. Most important meal of the day.
Alrighty.
All right. I'm assuming it's probably been like an hour by now.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I'll come down.
Davdithas, as you get down to the bottom of the stairs, you see your party at a table full of food, and they look like they are enjoying themselves.
Oh man, this looks good, and
I wouldn't suggest this.
What?
I wouldn't suggest this.
Why not?
It's gonna hurt.
What do you mean it's gonna hurt?
Well, Gunnar, I think he should probably eat while he can. What if his jaw locks up again? We don't want the poor guy to starve to death, right?
Fair enough. I didn't warn you.
All right. Well, I mean,
he leans on his elbow and points the fork at you and goes, Ravensbeak is a very serious ailment. If not treated right and given the right replications to the gods, it could get much, much worse.
I mean, I just went and I prayed, so that's pretty like good.
To who?
To Desna.
Well, is that who cursed you?
I hope not.
Then have you searched from the inside to figure out what's going on?
How do I get to my insides?
Oh.
That's a whole conversation for another night.
Look, I just want to have some food. I'm hungry. Can I have some of that? What is that? Pig belly?
Pig belly and duck eggs.
Yeah. Where's the Sprite and mead?
I think we cleared them out last night.
Yeah, we did. We totally did.
Master Davdithas, did I hear you wanted Sprite and meat?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Sprite and meat, of course. What else is for breakfast?
We'll get anybody else?
No.
So Bethany curtsies and walks away to grab Davdithas a glass of smited mead. Sprited. I keep on saying smited.
Smited mead.
Smited mead.
Smite me, almighty smiter.
Oh, bottoms up. Perfect thing to follow up some pig's belly.
All right. So as you're sitting at the table, the door opens and you guys see Sheriff Hemlock walk in with somebody you are pretty familiar with. Heron is in tow with Sheriff Devrin.
Sheriff Hemlock.
Yes.
His
brain, because I can't.
Mayor
brain.
Devrin.
Because I can't brain.
Names are hard.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. What brings you guys here?
Morning.
So, Sheriff Hemlock, I almost said Devrin again. Sheriff Hemlock looks at the party and says, fucking Christ.
We'll edit it up post, no problem.
So Heron came to me last night and we had a discussion. He came of his own free will and talked to me. I get the feeling, and Father Xantus gets the feeling that what happened was not of his own doing. We are going to set some guidelines on, Heron's going to have to check in every day with either your party or us up at the the guards shack or City Hall, and we're going to keep an eye on him, make sure everything's good, but the general consensus is we don't think he was working with the, that creature that caused such a havoc in town here.
I think you're right.
Fair enough.
So yeah, definitely. We'd be more than happy to help keep a check on him, if you would.
So as you look at Heron, he's a little disheveled. He's not quite in the humor that you usually know him as. He definitely looks a little downtrodden, a little worse for wear. And with that, I think we'll take a 5-minute break. What do you guys think?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys out in their community, thank you so much for joining us again tonight. We're going to take a 5-minute break so the cast can run off and use the restroom and stuff like that. So we'll see you in about 5 minutes, and we'll talk to you then. Hey everybody, we're going to get back to the action in just a second here, but I want to introduce myself. My name is Mike, and I'm the Dungeon Master for the Tabletop Tavern. and I wanted to fill you guys in on some things you might not be aware of. Our channel focuses on interactivity. To that end, for our subscribers, you automatically get 1 roll a night, and if you save up your loyalty points, you also have the opportunity to give our players a +1, +2, or +3 to their roll. Hell, you can even give it to me so I can make it that much easier to kill a player. It's a great way for you guys to get involved in the game. Speaking of getting involved in the game, if you join our Discord, !Discord, we have an RP channel that's an expanded lore from this world, and we have a great community of people in there that are keeping it all going offline. Also, we have our community NPC channel. You can answer 5 simple questions. It takes about 2 minutes to come up with a concept for an NPC, and that could get featured in our world. So definitely check that out. Our players also have channels, and I have a Dungeon Master channel for myself as well. So it's a great way for you to connect with us and talk about strategy, ask what people were thinking when they made a decision. So check that out. The easiest way you can support our channel is to like, share, and spread the Tabletop Tavern to anybody you think you might be interested. You know, it's a free way for you to expand our reach and hopefully can help grow this community. If you are in a position to support us financially, the best way to do that is patreon.com/Tabletop Tavern. Patreon takes the least amount of money from us, and everything you guys contribute, even as low as $1 a month, goes a long way to help offset some of the costs we incur running the show. Podcast hosting, licensing, equipment, it adds up pretty quick, and we all do this out of pocket, out of love for it. So thank you so much for coming out to check out this week's edition of the Tabletop Tavern. My name is Mike, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Everybody, thank you so much for dealing with, sticking through that break. I'd like to take a break at the midway point through the night so that we can stay fresh for you guys. Are we having fun out there tonight? Coming back to Tabletop Tavern Season 2? It's so good for us to, from my speaking for myself, that it's good to be back to this. Like, I genuinely miss this, and it's good to be back. And I hope the community enjoys. What do you guys think? Mihaly, Idabrix, Gunnar, and Davdithas.
Is it weird to say that only it's been a month, but I feel rusty and like a little, you know what I mean? Like it's really fun. I'm really excited to do it, but do you know what I mean?
I feel like that's a legit thing. We haven't played in 5
weeks. As a new person, it's like, okay, got to get back in the gear.
Right. Yeah. We haven't played in 5 weeks.
I was gonna say, I think as a newer person too, it's easier to fall out of it faster.
Yeah. I just wish I wasn't sick. I would totally be much more on the ball.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Gunnar is a little under the weather tonight. However,
he's pushing through, man.
He's pushing through.
He's doing a fantastic job, in my opinion.
He is. He's rad.
Yeah, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I ordered myself a little rum.
Here we go.
Just a little bit.
Davdithas is pouring over to real life.
Well, I like to get in character. That's the thing.
He's a method actor.
I like your dedication to the character.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
So if Davdithas is drinking, oh boy.
No, you're already there. You're already there. You had 1 sip, my friend.
Yeah.
You had.
Yeah, but
1 sip.
Yeah, but Davdithas has been drinking all night, so
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
He's playing catch up.
Oh boy.
All right, you guys ready to get back into it?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Ready.
So Heron stands before you, a beaten man. He looks up at you at you guys, almost embarrassed. Friends, can I talk to you for a bit?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Proceed. Have some breakfast.
So he goes and sits down at the table, and he reaches over and he tries to grab a glass, and he fumbles. The glass tumbles over, and he just looks down dejectedly and embarrassed, and holds up his fingers at you guys, and so this is my life now.
I pick up the mug and I tilt it for him.
I want to be able to do this for myself. Well, I didn't know what was going on, but I've been filled in on what happened, and I put my friends all of you and the town's life at danger, and now I'm going to be a further burden to people because of these stupid things.
Well, that may not be the case.
What do you mean, Idabrix?
So Bethany and James and Karain have been doing some research, and they might have found a solution for you.
To regrow my fingers?
Well, it wouldn't regrow, but it would give you hands back.
What does it entail?
A lot of stuff we have to find first, so don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
See, I'm nothing but a burden now.
If you keep ending your thoughts negatively, you're going to end up with a case of Ravensdraw as well.
Only Gunnar's going to give it to you.
Don't do it.
Aaron, maybe you can help us with a few things.
How can I help you?
What do you remember?
I remember.
Well, look, you're talking about being a burden, but realistically, you're perhaps one of the most important people for us to talk to right now.
I remember we saw a couple goblins racing across the deck, and I ran at them. I grabbed my sword and I ran at them and tried to put them down, but before we could, the ship exploded and I found myself in the water. And
yeah.
Candles.
Oh god.
Okay, quick out of character. All right. Oh my god. You gotta not break Mike when he's mid-sentence, but I really appreciate the humor.
Oh god.
By the way, the comment was, time to teach Heron about Edward 40 Hands.
I fashioned some duct tape.
Oh, fuck.
Just tape those drinks right to him.
All
We're good to go.
right. Let's get...
Well, don't worry, we'll edit it out in post.
Yes.
We're going to send this episode right over to our editor. They'll take care of it.
Oh, fuck my life. Alrighty.
I'm getting word we don't have an editor.
I'm getting word we're hiring an editor. This just in.
I'm getting word we can't afford an editor.
I'm getting word that Luna's our editor.
Oh, Christ. All right. So the last thing I remember is, being in the water and being fished out of the water. But at first I thought, I was in and out of consciousness, clinging to a scrap of wood, trying to, just trying to stay afloat and stay conscious. And I awoke with that evil harpy looming over me and promising me torture, and it's fuzzy. She said she had a plan to rot from within, and that there's nothing I could do to stop it. And then the next time I remember is being flung across the clearing and hitting an invisible wall and falling to the ground, and then I lost consciousness.
Rot from within.
Yeah, Davdithas, does that mean anything to you?
An invisible wall?
No, I'm thinking, how there was kind of talking about trying to send evil into the town, like what they did to Heron, and then sending Heron back to us. It's kind of trying to rot us from within.
Okay. That's pretty big picture.
But what if Heron's not the only one?
Can we learn anything from him that can help us sense or detect others who may be in a similar state? I mean, this harpy, can you describe it a little more? Is there any way we can...
It was Nuala. I was referencing Nuala.
Yeah.
We're not very good at metaphors, if you haven't noticed. There's this other guy, he was going to take a boot at some point. None of us knew what it meant.
I knew what it meant. I told him to turn around.
Well,
we like direct conversation. As I take another sip.
Mihaly has trouble with nuance. Mihaly sometimes speaks in the third person.
Gunnar sees this.
I hate you all.
We gotta rope it in here, folks.
Oh.
Well, we've got investigation of murder. We've got Five-Finger Heron to deal with, and we've got to go see Father Xanthus. Seems like we've got a busy day ahead of us.
That we do. Well, that's all I had planned was the word "well," and then I didn't have anything after that. So I'll leave it to you.
You're not doing so well today, are you?
Words hard.
Let's get Davdithas checked out. He's clearly ill.
It's the jaw.
Perhaps we should head to Father Xanthus.
I'd like that. I'd personally like that.
I think that's a good start.
Aaron pops up. I don't even have a place to stay. I have no money. I have no nothing. Everything was on the ship is gone.
I'm sure they'll let you stay here.
You could just stay in Idabrix room.
Yeah, I'll be staying. You can take my room. I'll be, sleeping with Davdithas for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, you can stay in Gunnar's room.
You're gonna be doing what? No.
Somebody's got to watch over you.
Yeah, that raven jaw and all.
Or
given the current situation, I'm okay with it.
Or, I know you and Idabrix were close. If you want to stay with her, I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
That's okay.
Aaron, perhaps you could be in our employ. We'll pay for your room and cover your expenses in town, and you can run things for us, message us items.
That's a great idea, actually. That's a really great idea.
It will keep your mind off your hands.
It'll give you something to do.
Dude, you just told him about his hands.
Well, look, I mean, if we're going to go about finding these items to repair him and get him some new hands, he can help us out.
Build him better, faster, stronger.
He can be our liaison to town.
Yeah.
It'll give us a point person if we need to send stuff back to town.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah. I could do that.
All right.
We can talk to the management here at the tavern and set you up with a room.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'd like if you could do that now. I'd like to lay down and spend a rough couple days. If you don't mind, I'll start in a couple days. I just want some downtime.
Yeah.
Totally understandable.
You take your time until we get these hands for you.
Okay.
Perhaps I could ask that you would check in with us if you feel anything like you did previously. And if we're not in town, the sheriff.
Either check in with one of you daily or check in with the sheriff, so.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about getting you a room, and we'll follow up with you in a few days. Feel better.
So Bethany comes out, and will there be anything else for you guys?
Room for Heron.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get that going. Actually, Aaron, if you want to go upstairs right now, it's room 14. We'll be right over by Davdithas' room.
Oh,
Perfect.
look at you.
So
cool.
He gets up and he kind of takes some food and he tries to, he grabs it and puts it in the crook of his arm and walks upstairs.
Poor guy. He's been through a lot. I saw a demon come out of him.
We all saw that.
I'm still trying to decide how much we should trust him, but at this point, he seems harmless enough, right?
I wouldn't know where the demon went into him.
Yeah, I have some guesses, but it's not pretty.
Yeah. I don't think he's a threat, guys.
Hey, how come you didn't want him to stay in your room?
Well, for starters, it's a small bed.
True.
You're not that big.
You're not that big.
I am not that big. That's true.
Oh, I'm not.
But
You hear this omnipotent voice come from the sky. You're not that
yeah,
big.
right. God, is that you?
I thought maybe it was because
You need a bluff check.
I thought maybe it was because he was missing, some fingers, and maybe
That has that has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Makes it weird.
Yeah.
All right, to Father Xanthus.
Father
Yes,
Xanthus.
please.
We all ready?
Yes. Onward.
Okay. I stand up and sling my bag over my shoulder and start walking for the door.
All right. As you walk through town, people notice that the heroes are back in town and cheer as you walk by. And you make your way up to the temple, and you walk up to the temple, and you see the acolytes coming in and out of the building.
Hey, is Father Xanthus around? Anyone?
Oh, yes, Brother Davdithas. Yes, he is. Should I fetch him?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay, make yourself comfortable in the courtyard. I'll go grab him. So he disappears inside, and a couple minutes later, you see Father Xanthus coming out.
Hey, Father Xanthus.
Friends, it's so good to see you. Oh,
It's good to see you as well.
Brother,
It's good to be back.
Brother Davdithas.
A weird thing happened to me this morning, and
Ravensstraw.
That's what he keeps saying, but I'm not really sure what happened. Just my jaw locked up, and I couldn't open it. He keeps saying Raven's beak. Is that what you called it before? Raven's
course.
jaw. Yeah. Have you heard anything like that?
I've heard something similar to that. You haven't heard about it with your healing ability? I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but
Yeah, I am a bit baffled on this whole thing.
roll a heal check.
Okay.
It's that new wave Desna. They just
Yeah.
rushed right over Ravenspeak.
19.
Davdithas, you think you've been afflicted by what is commonly known as tetanus or lockjaw?
That's what I thought it was. I was just hoping it wasn't. It's just.
So how that
Yeah.
affects you in the game until you are you get a cure disease spell, you will have a 50% chance every morning to suffer the effects of lockjaw, and you will have to make a fort save every morning to see if you can resist the effects of this spell or the effect. I'm sorry.
You didn't even ask me if I was vaccinated against it.
I heard you got a. Never mind. We're gonna move past that.
Oh boy.
So
yeah, I'm a little worried it is lockjaw, but do you have any way to help me out with this?
it does sound like lockjaw to me. So yeah, we could cast a spell, but it's gonna cost 150 gold.
150. Hold on.
Furiously whipping through bag.
Guys,
what about Aaron the Alchemist? Would he have anything for this?
Can I pay you in almost primarily copper and silver pieces?
Does it equal 150 gold, brother?
I'm trying to do math. Does anyone have an abacus? It's just hold on. Just counting out some silver here. Hold on.
Like counting it out on your fingers.
Yeah.
A cast mage hands, go over there and add 2 more beside them.
Has anyone got like 10 gold on them? I'm a little short.
Yep. Here you go.
Oh, thanks, buddy. All right, now I have 150.
Okay. So Davdithas, you pay him. He hands the money to the acolytes to go inside, and he sends the acolyte to go get a couple things and for the spell. So when they come out, They have, Father Xanthus begins to cast a spell, puts his hands on the side of your face, on each side of your jaw, and calls to Desna and says, Desna, your loyal servant has served you well, has fought for your cause against Lamashtu, has put down agents of evil. Please heal this soldier of yours. You feel a warm glow go into your jaw, and all of a sudden your jaw just clenches completely tight, like the effect before. And slowly but surely it starts to loosen up again as you feel like pins and needles, like when your hand falls asleep, and your jaw slowly releases.
Oh, gosh, that was weird. But I feel better.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, thanks. Just, man, how did I even get that in the first place? I mean, it could have been that time I, tried to open that treasure chest and that blade hit me right in the shoulder.
Could have
been that other time I was shanked. Could have been that time I got hit over the head by that bugbear. Could have been the time. And this goes on for some time.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Hey, have you heard anything about the murder that happened, Father Xanthus?
Yeah, that's bad business.
Is it being classified as a murder? It looks like a beast attack.
Still technically a murder. Just from a beast.
Davdithas,
Was their intention?
Davdithas, I believe you knew her sister. Her sister. Katrina's sister.
Yeah. Yes, I helped her clear the basement of vile rats.
He looks over at Gunnar. Is that what they're calling it these days?
That's what some say.
Yes.
Have you had any encounters with Ven before?
With what?
With Ven, her father?
Ven. Very briefly once during the rat capades. And
Okay. Did you leave in good standing with him?
Yeah. He really respected me, and he was happy to see a hero of Sandpoint, in his home, making sure there was no baddies around. So yeah.
Okay.
Just really rolling my eyes.
I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think it was Ven. I just don't get that feeling from Ven. I don't think he would do something like this. It's this whole thing with Katrine and Harker was just like, it was like one of those very public secrets. You know what I mean?
Everyone kind of knew.
Everybody kind of knew. I don't see Ven killing his daughter and this guy in such a terrible manner.
No, I don't think he would.
Is he being questioned? He seems to be the only person in town who would have any motive.
He is right now. Yep, he's being. They have him held up at the town. City Hall.
That area the sawmill? Is that the how do I put this lightly? The lover's lane, if you will, of Sandpoint down by the water?
No, I think it was just more of a convenience thing because Hasker he worked there and they could hide the sounds of their tryst by running the sawmill. There had been a lot of complaints lately. The talk around the town is that the sawmill had been running very late at night.
For how long? I'm just curious.
You mean how long have the reports been coming in, or
No, like how long were they running the mill for? Just,
a couple hours.
Wow. Couple hours. Wow. Okay.
So this was a regular occurrence. People around town more or less understood.
Yeah.
Ven being one of them.
Well, Ven is her father. Kind of.
Yeah.
Did
Do you know if
go ahead.
I was gonna say, is Ven being detained right now for questioning or anything?
For the third time. Yes.
Okay. Wait a second. Did they detain him? Are they questioning him?
Detain that man.
If not, we should.
Rocks fall.
Davdithas,
Father Xanthus starts beginning to cast. He begins to start casting a spell.
I'll see if I can tell what he's casting.
It's a non-existent spell. It's called Detect Idiot. And
Well, at least it's
In
not
that
called
case, I
Rocks
believe I
Fall.
start glowing.
Detect idiot.
So
Davdithas, you mentioned there was some footprints that wandered off into the swamp.
Very, very smelly footprints.
Father Xanthus, does that ring any bells? Humanoid footprints coming from the swamp or leading into the swamp? Smelly, though they were. Anything?
it sounds like undead. I mean, you know,
Have you seen the scene?
I have not.
Yeah, I'm suspecting undead as well.
Guys, was the sawmill running when the bodies were found, for lack of a better term?
Ooh, that's a good point.
I'm assuming someone caught them in the act. If they both died there, who would have turned off the mill? Perhaps there's some potential witnesses, someone who's seen them last alive?
But why would somebody who was attempting to kill someone care enough to shut the mill down?
So people wouldn't go check it out preemptively.
I'm not necessarily suggesting that whoever did this turned off the mill, but was it still running in morning is all. And surely someone would have got up and checked on them. At 4 a.m. when the mill's still going. I mean, if his record's only an hour or two.
Perhaps we should we should ask Sheriff Mayor Devrin, whatever.
Hemlock.
Oh, come on.
Sheriff Hemlock.
Why are you gonna do me like that?
Maybe we should check out the swamp.
I think we should go to the swamp.
I'm inclined to check out the swamp.
Swamp
I agree.
adventures. All right. We're gonna go check out the swamp. Thank
So
you
you guys
for...
gonna make your way over to the sawmill?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
How's your jaw feeling?
Like never mind. It feels great.
Like he could go for hours.
Yeah. I'm ready.
That'd be
I can open
first.
it up wide. Let's turn on that sawmill and see what it's all about.
Davdithas, you mentioned a quarrel with your family between the elves and the humans. Be it that our victims were human, does that lead you to believe that perhaps an elf was behind it?
What are they? What are they speaking of, Davdithas?
Just
I thought we were walking over. I'm sorry, I didn't realize Father Xanthus was still with us. I wouldn't have said that in front of him.
It was a joke. A human and an elf walk into a bar, and
Roll your
Ouch.
bluff.
one hits his head. You know.
Roll your bluff.
Oh, bluff has been doing me good so far. Let's hope it still goes. 17.
Wow.
Good luck. Father Xanthus is a plus 80.
Davdithas, he seems to be convinced that you're telling him a joke. That you're lying to
So-
another man of the cloth.
Did you think it was funny?
What's your alignment again? Let me make a note.
Right?
I mean, I'm good, but you know, there's nothing wrong with
Gunnar
hiding
nudges
I didn't
him.
think he was with us. I fully intended to say that to you in private.
Gunnar nudges you and goes, "That's how. That's another good way to get Ravensbeak." Just saying.
Oh, great! I'll be back for another 150 gold.
So, what's another good way to get Ravensbeak?
Get hit in the head by a bugbear, open up a treasure chest that's trapped, walk through a door that's trapped.
No, Gunnar, what were you referring to?
Are you your father Santa's saying that?
Yeah.
You guys haven't walked away. You literally
Yeah.
repeated the same mistake twice in a row.
Gunnar looks at Father Xanthus and then looks at Davdithas and motions towards him and just starts walking towards the door. My name's Bennett and I ain't in it.
What's he indicating, Davdithas?
I don't know. He keeps going on about this Ravenspeak stuff. I'm preparing the bluff, Jack. Don't say it.
Wow.
5.
I don't think you're. Oh, actually, I got to roll. Sorry. Actually, no. He makes it more. He makes it while rolling. Davdithas, you're not being honest with me.
All right. It's not that I don't want to tell you. It's just that it's a long story, and when I tried to get away from telling it earlier, they made me tell it anyway. So
Maybe we should sit down and talk soon about it.
that sounds like a plan. Soon not being now, so we gotta go.
Okay.
Take care. Thank you for everything.
I'm gonna hold you to your word.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I am walking away from Father Xanthus.
Yeah, let's make it all very clear.
Just that my action is move away and walk towards the marsh.
Out of earshot.
Okay.
Okay. So where are you guys walking right now?
We walk to the swamp area
The sawmill.
near the mill.
We're going to the sawmill here.
Okay.
Okay.
As you walk over to the sawmill, it's the typical thing. You know, the town is everybody who sees you tries to stop and talk to you and ask, you know, give you well wishes. So it's a little hard making your way through town at this point. And you, it takes you about 15, 20 minutes to get over there. And when you do, there's guards about there. But when they see who it is, they let you through. There's still people in the crowd, milling around as well, and it's up to you.
All right, let's get into the sawmill and get to where we saw those footprints, and try and track those.
Give me some survival. If you are looking for the footprints and you are trying to, you know, track, give me some survival or nature. Sorry.
Oh, well, survival works.
Yeah, survival work.
Okay.
I'll allow survival.
There's a 12 on a survival.
I have a 23 on survival.
Anybody who's rolled over a 20, it's been a day. The sawdust has scattered around a lot more than when it was fresh. You still make out the general directions that the tracks are going. Based on the smell is still in the same area, Davdithas, and you might see, like, you know, half of it, and Idabrix as well. Sorry, you guys see like half of the blueprint here and there, but when you go to investigate further, you notice that the smell is definitely there.
I'm sorry, did you say boot print?
I'm sorry, footprint.
Okay, just wanted to clarify.
Yep,
Thanks.
thank you.
Gosh, it could have been puppies with human feet wearing boots. It'd be definitely.
I mean, I don't think we can
really
discount that. It could have been undead puppies wearing human feet. We don't know yet.
If I was you guys, I would not rule that out yet.
Oh, we aren't. We're going with this. This is our top suspect right now. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and track the smell back to the marsh.
Okay. So Davdithas, you it takes you a bit, but you went with Idabrix's help. I pointed on the map where it is. It's on the if you go and you cross across the river there's stones that you can walk across. And when you get to the marsh area, you see the footprints, like you're looking on one side of the bank and you look on the other side of the bank and you see like where the toes, as the person hop into the bank on the other side, you see where toe marks are made, and if you follow it over there, it looks like the person walked over to one space, and then kind of you know, the footprints point back over at the sawmill, but it looks like somebody might have been idling in that spot or standing around in that spot.
Strange. So it's like they got over here, like kind of looked back at it, and then left.
You don't see any footprints leading out of that spot.
What? Okay. Is there anyone
what's
here?
happening?
It just, I don't know, the trail kind of just ends here.
I
It's
mean,
like
we're directly across from the mill, right?
Yeah, like it kind of like turned around, like kind of stood almost like looking at it and then gone.
It's weird.
Can I look around to see if I notice anything else of peculiar interest relating to this?
I'll detect magic.
Sure. Mihaly, you do not detect any magic around you. Davdithas, if you're gonna make an additional tracking check, or give me a roll for it.
What do you want? Like perception or survival?
Survival.
Okay. 22.
Davdithas, you think your initial hunch is correct. You think the person here maybe came across and looked over at the was watching what was going on after, either during or after, but they would definitely, by the way the footprints are pointed, they're definitely looking back up at the sawmill. In which you think might have happened is they might have used the river as an escape. After that, you think they might have just stepped up right into the river and walked away.
Huh. I don't know. We'll never track them down a river. Darn.
Well, I mean, we could have Hemlock and his men walk the shore on both sides and see if the tracks return. See if anyone's boat was taken last night.
Definitely.
They must have gone somewhere.
I mean, we can track down the river. I just don't know if we'll find anything. So yeah, that might be a good idea.
New theory, Davdithas. Gonna lean in real close so no one else can hear.
Okay, here's my theory.
Get dogs with human feet.
Right.
But also fish.
Semi-aquatic.
Fishman dog.
Yes, because they have the ability to be on land and in water.
This is a difficult foe.
And maybe they weren't wearing boots. Maybe they were wearing flippers.
No, definitely had human footprints, right?
Well, yeah, but they would have 4 feet. Oh, gosh.
I'm imagining them walking flippers up.
Yeah, like doing a handstand so they don't get their flippers.
Okay, I'm on board now.
On the ground. It could be a thing. We're tracking frog dog men. This is hard.
Can I roll survival to see if there's or a perception, whichever one would be more appropriate, to see if there's anything else notable that's right around us? Like,
yeah, you can take a look.
I'll roll perception. It's a 20.
Idabrix, as you look around, there's you're standing in a marsh area and you don't see much around you except, I'm sorry, you see around you, like you see the shoreline on the other side, the sawmill, and you can almost see the Rusty Dragon in from where you are. Off to your north, slightly northwest you can see the temple in the woods, but you don't see anything out of the ordinary that you guys haven't seen yet.
Okay.
Davdithas, you said the tracks seemed to linger here for a while?
Yeah, like turned around and looked at the mill and then gone.
Perhaps we're dealing with more than one person. Someone comes across, waits around, their friend picks them up, and they escape together.
Picks them up in what?
A boat.
A boat. Oh.
The tracks end here.
Oh.
Why else would you pace around waiting?
Since when do undead use boats, though?
Well, are we sure it's undead?
I don't know. There's a lot of evidence of undead.
Is there any way to tell how old these tracks are?
You think they're about a day old. You think the time lines up with around the crime yesterday.
So that night?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of unanswered questions here, guys. We have to figure this one out. We can't allow this to continue happening.
Is there any sense of magic or anything about?
I haven't felt anything. The claw marks are what perplex me the most. Human feet, claw wounds.
Well, the skeletons we saw could be finger bones.
That's true.
Are the footprints here the same size for sure. You're confident it's the exact same track we're following?
From my observations, yeah.
Okay.
I think we're at a dead end for now.
I think you're right. Perhaps we should just inform the watchmen and have them look for more information down here along the coast.
Yeah.
What can we do elsewise? How can we help? Is there another lead to follow?
We could go talk to Vin.
Do you think he's been cleared by now? He's the only one with motive, but
has he even been detained and questioned?
Oh my god. And roll initiative.
Right?
Yeah,
with
right.
Mike.
Look up. Roll a perception, look up.
Oh, look,
I run.
rocks.
Let's see if I notice them. It's a perception of 17.
Let's continue. What are you guys doing?
I guess we'll go inform the sheriff, whose name is
Hemlock.
There you go. All right.
Nailed it.
Wow.
Yeah, so to our knowledge, do we know where he would be around this time of day?
Give me an intelligence check. Anybody who wants to
4.
I'll give it a go. 13.
Mihaly, you remember that you're supposed to meet Captain Sheriff Hemlock up there to interrogate Ven this morning. So
He's captain now, huh?
Captain.
Okay.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. Guys, if you recall, I believe we were intended to assist with the interrogation.
Oh, right. Yes.
If we're done here, let's make our way there and see if we can find any more information. Perhaps they already have their man and it's him anyway, and we can wrap this one up.
That would be great. Let's head there.
Yep.
Okay. You guys, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get back across town over to the, you are going over to the Sandpoint Garrison. And I will put another, that's right. Yeah. So It is on the northeast part of town, northwest part of town. You guys have been to this building before. It's right around the, City Hall.
Okay.
As you make your way there, the guards are standing out in front and they notice it's, the Heroes of Sandpoint coming through. And they make way and let you in.
All right. We need to speak with the sheriff. I believe we're supposed to meet him here.
1 second, we'll go grab him. As you're waiting for Sheriff Hemlock to come down, you notice there's a lot of bustle going about in the building. A lot of murmuring. People looking over you guys appreciatively. They're a little starstruck. Looking at the Heroes of Sandpoint coming into the the garrison there. And after a couple of minutes, Sheriff Hemlock comes up and greets you guys. And morning, friends.
Morning, Sheriff.
Morning.
Have you guys discovered anything?
Not really, unfortunately. We tracked some footprints that were leading away from the sawmill, across the river there into the marsh, and it just stopped.
So they just disappeared, or?
Yeah, like right across the other side there. It just looked like the footprints kind of turned around to look back at the sawmill, and then they just gone.
Huh. So you think maybe somebody idled there was looking back at it, or?
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know why or where they went from there. I mean, it's possible they possibly went down the river from there.
Okay.
But
I mean, that kind of would make sense. It'd be, the steps would disappear at that point. But
yeah, that's as far as we got.
So then, like I said, I don't think anything. I don't think Ven knows anything, but you guys are welcome to go down and talk to him. We'll probably cut him loose if you guys don't think anything's going on with him afterwards. But when you're done talking to him, come up and we'll touch base then. He's downstairs.
Did he give you an alibi? Where was he? What's his story?
He was at home.
Can anyone corroborate that?
We're looking for his wife now to corroborate.
You haven't found his wife?
No, she hasn't been home.
Did he say where she is?
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Well, that's kind of peculiar.
Definitely.
All right, well, I guess we'll go talk to him.
Far be it from me to tell you how to do your job, Sheriff, but if you were to send some men down the riverbank there, perhaps they could find something we couldn't.
That's a good idea, Mihaly. I'll get a group of people to walk both sides of the shore down there. We should be able to get somebody to do that.
Thanks.
So one thing I did wanted to mention to you guys is that with all the, also with all the hubbub going on, we had the goblin attack and that creature coming into town. We want to give the people a little bit of rest and feel secure. So we're trying to keep this a little quiet. I'm sure you guys can understand. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Keep it quiet to manage public reaction.
Yeah, we want to, the people have been through so much. So we just kind of want you guys to, we want you to investigate. We want you to do what you have to do, but you keep quiet and be, be discreet, I guess is what I'm saying.
Is there anyone else who you would have your eye on for this?
Well, so Ibar Thorn was the person that actually found the bodies. He was the business partner of a Hasker who actually owned the sawmill. He found the bodies, but he's so frightened. I don't think he knew anything about it. And why don't you go talk to Ven and we'll touch base after that.
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks for your help.
Okay. So he walks off. He starts doing, talking to
guys, let's head downstairs.
Aye.
Sounds good.
So when you guys go downstairs, there's Ven is in the cell, sitting down at a rough table, and the jailer sees you come. One of the guards down there sees you come down, and recognizes you. Are you guys here to see Ven?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Can you leave your weapons outside the cell, please? You can just put them on that rack over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Here is my morning star and my star knife and my 3 javelins and I guess my holy symbol.
No, you can keep that.
Oh, thanks. All right.
We just don't want him, the prisoner here. We don't want to get him something sharp and spiky and stabby somebody.
That's true. That's a good point.
I'll take off my crossbow, put my bag there, stack them on the side, and
okay.
Head in with Davdithas.
Okay.
Idabrix, you're muted.
Weird. Take off my crossbow, put down my sword. That's all I'm carrying right now for weapon.
Yep, I set down my gear.
Okay. So he orders Ven back to, to stay seated and opens the door and lets you guys in.
Ven, it's good to see you. I'm sorry that I wish it was under better circumstances.
Are you here to question me too?
We want to get to the bottom of what happened, and I'd
like to know who killed my daughter as well.
As would we.
We pay good money in this town for protection, and it seems like we haven't been protected that well lately.
Who have you been paying for protection?
We pay taxes to be protected by the guard.
Is there anyone you can think of that might have wanted to do this?
No, this is horrible. She was barely of age. She was a young flower.
Don't touch it, Davdithas.
I don't plan to.
Don't go there.
I don't plan to.
Okay. I meant that in a figurative sense, not literal.
Thank God.
Okay. As long as we're on the same page.
It was some jackal, some deviant, or something worse. Just, who would do this to my daughter? And he starts to break down crying.
I'm so sorry. I know there's nothing we can really say to make this better, but I can tell you we really do want to find the person who did this, and that is what we're here for.
So ask your questions. They've all been asked, but what questions you have?
You said a jackal or a deviant. What do you mean?
Who else would kill somebody this young?
I have no idea.
They obviously were a disgusting person.
Death?
Is there anybody new in town that she's been talking to?
No.
Now, your wife is not around at the moment, right?
I don't know where she is.
Is this normal for you to not know where she is?
No, I told the guard to go ask her. I was home this whole time.
It's a little weird though, isn't it, that she's missing now?
I don't know. Who knows with that daffy broad? But she could have been off with her sister, or could, I don't know. The women of my life, they bring me nothing but grief. And at this, he kind of he starts, it's obvious on the grief on his face, and he just kind of starts crying again, thinking about Katrine.
You have no idea where she could have gone at the moment.
No. I just told you that, didn't I?
I just wanted to make sure. I'm sorry if I'm upsetting you at all. Any information we can get would help us get closer to solving this.
I was at my house. I woke up to the guard telling me my daughter was dead.
When was the last time you saw her?
It would have been around midday the previous day. She was minding the store, and then I had some errands to run, and we have our responsibilities to the store.
Were you aware of the relation she was having?
At this, he kind of scowls. You'd like to think that you raise them right. And I know my other daughter has a little bit of a reputation, and thankfully you were there to protect her that time in her honor, Davdithas. And
Yep.
No dad wants to think about that with his daughter.
Looking truly perplexed. Reputation for what?
Yep.
Are you at?
I'm like, Gunnar, why don't we go talk over here for a second? Well, it's a little intimidating with 4 people in one person.
But isn't that the idea? Wasn't I supposed to be intimidating?
It's not that kind of interrogation. It's not that kind.
And why is he talking of... I'm confused.
I think I'm done here, guys. I don't have any more questions for him.
Is there anything else you can think of that might help us find out anything at all you think that might have been unusual, weird, just something that might help us figure something out here?
Well, that mill is owned by the Scarnetti family, and its operations had been primarily running by Banny Harker and Ivor Thorne. Ivor is the one who found the bodies up there. It's, I don't know. It's just such a terrible thing.
I think we'll probably go talk to them next, if that seems like a wise choice to the rest of the crew here.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the
makes
logical
sense to me.
conclusion on my part.
Yeah. All right. We'll get to the bottom of this. I promise.
I'm gonna walk out of the room and start loading up my bag,
Okay.
throwing my crossbow over my shoulder.
Okay.
I'll follow Mihaly out of the room. What were they talking about?
I don't think he's our man.
Oh, that's. I didn't think he was our man in the first place.
Yeah, but I'm all the more convinced now. I had to see it from my own eyes, but his first reaction was that of anger. He wasn't defensive. I would be angry too. It's a perfectly normal reaction. I'm sure he's told them everything that everything he knows.
Of course.
This looks like a dead end to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I think
What's your
he's
gut
good
feeling
people.
on this guy, Gunnar?
I think he's a good and honorable man who doesn't realize everything that's going on in his life. I think he's led a bit of a sheltered life and he doesn't understand it and get it. And he's never going to get it. His world's being invaded by monsters and undead and
He's understandably upset then.
and yeah. You talk to the common man and you throw this at his world and everything goes upside down and the lesser man will break. A stronger man will try to rationalize. And now you take away his daughter and his wife. It's only going to get worse from here for him.
We need to find where his wife went.
Yeah.
She may be involved either for good or bad.
She may be dead.
Exactly.
I think that would be the bad.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it would.
I'm gonna head upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Mihaly, as you walk upstairs, you see Sheriff Hemlock. His head swings over to you, and he locks eyes, and he starts walking over.
I follow behind Mihaly.
Sheriff.
Mihaly?
Yeah, I follow.
Captain.
Jesus.
So as everybody files upstairs, I see Mihaly engaged with Sheriff. They're just in time to hear Sheriff Hemlock ask, so what are your thoughts on Ven?
I assume I have the same gut feeling as you do. I don't think he's I don't think he's being untruthful, at least. Definitely not responsible.
I would echo that.
There's no guarantee, but that's just how I see things on the surface. In light of other evidence, that may change, but as of now, I don't see reason to pursue it too much further. I mean, the poor guy.
Yeah.
I think we'd like to talk to the owners of the mill next.
Scarnetti's?
Yeah.
Yeah, where might we find them?
They've been pretty hands off. It's primarily. I mean, I can show you where to get to them, but it's pretty been Banny Harker, who you saw him hanging on the hook, and then Ebor. Well, I don't think he knows much. I mean, you could talk to him, but he doesn't. I don't think he knows much either. But the Scarnettis can be found. They're old money, so they can be found if you go south of town along the river there, and you keep on following the road. It'll bring you up to the cliff, and when you get up when you go over the bridge and go over to that little peninsula, the Scarnetti Manor will be on the western side of the little island there.
Now, when you say they're old money, do you mean that
They're one of the founding
perhaps
families.
they're investors? They're not quite hands-on at the mill?
They own it. They pay somebody to run it.
Okay.
They're old money. They're part of one of the founding families of this town.
Have you considered speaking to them? Have you spoke to them?
We haven't, but we just, I mean, it's well known that they just pay these guys to make a money, print them money.
You don't see any reason why they would have anything to do with this?
Not really. Not really.
And it can't be good for business.
I mean, it's probably not good for business, but
Yeah.
It's interesting that the place they own is kind of where the river would flow, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, that makes sense. The water would typically flow south out towards
So
the
if
bay.
someone was to, escape from the sawmill down a river, they would end up right there.
Any young men in the Scarnetti family?
It's a good question.
Perhaps ones that would be jealous of the relationship between the two there.
So
past quarters.
Titus is the scion over there. He's the he's middle-aged guy. He's kind of like the patriarch of the Scarnetti family. They're kind of reclusive, I guess. It's not. It's that they look down on the town. I guess is the only way to put it.
Yeah. Okay.
They're old money, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. What are the odds they'll entertain our company?
I mean,
we're deputized. They don't have much of a choice.
It is still part of the town, right? I mean,
right.
Where they live.
Yep. But like Deverin Manor,
partners.
Deverin Manor is out there, Kajitsu Manor is out there, and Valdahar Manor they're all out there,
Well, partners, I say we go pay them a visit.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
I'll follow your lead on this one, Davdithas.
I guess it can't hurt.
Right.
Okay. Is that what you're doing?
To it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you sound so unsure of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you got this, man. You got this.
Yeah, thank you.
So if you it takes you about 45 minutes if you leaving town out of the the southeast gate across the bridge, and you make your way out there. So I'm put Scarnetti Manor is that one right there. So
okay.
So if you you make your way out there, it's a pretty peaceful stroll. You're on a well-established road. You cross the bridge, you get into the out onto that little like semi-island, and you you go west, and you come across Scarnetti Manor, and there's it's pretty quiet. You do give me a perception check.
It's a 22 for me.
Nope.
23 for
20.
me.
And Gunnar, what'd you roll?
A 1. I'm totally oblivious.
Okay. So everybody but Gunnar, as you're walking up, you can see there's movement inside the house, but it's fairly quiet.
Knock on the door?
Okay.
Question mark? And it is the polite thing to do.
So you walk up and knock?
Yeah.
Okay. After a couple minutes, the door opens and a tippet, somebody wearing nice clothes stands in front of you, and she said, "Yes, can I help you?"
Hi, we're actually here investigating the murders that happened over at the sawmill. We were hoping to talk to the owners.
Well, Titus
Are they available?
Titus is in Magnamar at the moment on business.
How long has he been there?
Couple days, 4 days.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
So he's the only one we could talk to?
He's the only one that has been here lately.
And no one else is here at the moment?
I don't see that's really any concern, but no.
What's your relation with Titus?
I'm a servant here. They pay me to clean and feed them.
Well, here's the thing: is we're some deputies working for the sheriff here, and we're here on official business to talk to the owners of the sawmill.
I thought I just explained that they weren't here.
Well, you say they, but you only mentioned one person, so.
Titus isn't here, and no other members of the family are here.
Where are the other members of the family?
You can discuss that with Titus when he gets back.
When will he be back?
When he gets back.
And when will that be?
When it happens, and she starts.
How long is he typically gone when he goes?
Damn it.
Okay.
Well, that went well.
That was a bit of a swing and a miss.
I mean, well, that's that, isn't it? All right. Back to having no leads.
Well, we're here. Do you guys want to walk the shoreline back?
Might as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, it can't hurt.
If they did come down through and out
as
the
best
mouth
as
of
we
the
can,
harbor,
anyway.
If they hit land here, maybe we'll find a trace.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I start heading down towards the beach.
Down. So you're following the path over towards the bridge, and then walking over towards the beach.
I figured from here we'd head down across, keep going west until we hit the beach, and then walk the peninsula out and around.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, heading like this way.
Heading like what way?
Up along the shore here.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see my pointer or not.
Yeah, the green pointer. So you're gonna go north.
And then around, so up around the peninsula.
Okay.
Yep.
And eventually just making your way back to town?
That's right, just trying to be observant and otherwise have a nice little walk, I guess.
Okay. All right. So as you're walking around, you tell me what you're looking for. Like are you just like combing the shore, or what's going on?
I don't. I'm not the one looking for footprints, I suppose, because that's not really my jam. I'm just focusing detect magic, seeing if I feel anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, as you walk. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So it takes you a while if you're gonna take your time and look around and search for clues. Give me 3 perception checks for anybody who's looking there in that place.
Sure. God, this is gonna become a mess.
Yeah, right.
I'm waiting for you guys to finish for me to start. So
I have a 14, a 24, and a 16.
Wow.
Well, a 14 and a 3.
Let's see here. I got 16, 29, and 29.
Ooh.
18, 20, and 3.
So as you guys are walking around, it's very clear to that it's a beautiful bay, and you are looking and you're trying to figure out where you think most times the flow is coming down from inland out to the ocean, and you think that if somebody had stepped in the water up there, they would easily be able to float out into the bay, or if there was a boat stashed there or something like that they might be able to do that. But you hadn't seen any evidence that there was, like a boat drug ashore or anything like that. So, as you start making your way back towards the town, and you get over by the bridge, I'm gonna need some perceptions from you guys, please.
Perception. That is a 33.
Oh my god.
It's a 20 from me.
9 for me.
Davdithas, you... Okay.
17.
Okay. Davdithas, as you guys start to get over towards the bridge, you start to hear some noise in the distance from past the bridge.
Interesting. Guys, I hear something.
What is it?
I don't know. It's coming from over there. And I point in the direction past the bridge.
In the direction past the bridge?
Yeah, the direction that I heard the noise.
Okay. So it would be directly across the bridge, Davdithas, to the... Here, I'll give you a map so you can see.
Oh, that's always good when he's got a map prepared.
I know.
Actually, I gotta fix this map. Give me 2 seconds, okay?
Ah, shoot. Can we just win?
Can we just? Why are you such a jerk?
I just,
Ouch.
I take after my mentors. So,
Oh, that was harsh. That was harsh. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. This I did something and it broke. So.
Oh, no. You can just, make it easier. It's fine.
Okay. Alrighty.
Just no bugbears, please.
Davdithas,
A lot of assumptions being thrown around here.
As you make it over towards the bridge, and you hear this noise coming from the other side of the bridge, and you focus in, and you see some creatures lying in wait that are trying to obviously look like they might be trying to surprise anybody who comes across the bridge. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put you guys on the map. And you guys are coming from this direction along the shore. And what did I forget?
Idabrix.
Me.
Yeet. So you guys can set up your party order over there.
All right. I suppose since I spotted him, I'd be a little further ahead.
How do the squares work here? Are they the larger squares are 5 foot?
Yes. No.
Like, is that 5 there?
You're in 5. You're in a square right now.
Okay. Let me zoom in. Oh yeah, the grid looks better when I zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, I had to zoom mine in too.
This map is not that great, but
It's okay. It looks great. We got it.
I think we're good.
So we now see them on the other side of the bridge.
Davdithas
has pointed it. Okay.
does see them.
Can I see what they are?
Davdithas, at this point, what you see appears to be a goblin. Like
I
snuck
think...
down, like trying to. They look like they're trying to. You think they've set an ambush for somebody coming across the bridge?
Guys, I think I see a goblin hiding over there.
Let's sneak up on it.
I'm not really the sneaking type.
That's great because goblins are now my favorite enemy.
Excellent.
Yeah, right?
And you're the sneaking type.
Weird how that works.
I say you go in and try and do the sneaky thing.
Okay. See. So the goblins are trying to sneak up on us? Like, are they trying to be sneaky too?
Davdithas thinks they're trying to lay in wait.
Okay. I'm gonna move up to where he is so I can try to see them.
Oh, what if we set a trap for them?
If they're not
Lure
moving,
them
what good is
over.
that gonna do?
We lure them over and then ambush them on their ambush.
It seems like way more effort than it's worth.
Yes, but I make too much noise to do anything else.
So how are you not gonna make noise while setting up an ambush?
I haven't thought it through yet.
All right.
Idabrix,
All right, guys, I'm gonna have you roll initiative.
Ah! All right.
Works
I
for
guess I
me.
won't cast Vanish on Idabrix.
Oh, I rolled. Wow, my dice are really hot. A 19. Can we have hard encounters
God
today?
damn it.
I have a 5.
As you guys watch, because you took too much time, the goblins and the other creatures in the area clearly see you, and they start to rush over and attack.
All right.
So the goblin in the back is gonna run up 20 feet and stand at the bridge, and I gotta cycle Idabrix to bring to the beginning, the top of the order. Davdithas, it's your turn.
Okay. I will start off in my moving 20 feet closer. And I'm just going to actually, yeah, I'll double that movement.
You gonna double the movement? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 40 to there. And that'll be me.
Okay. Mihaly, your turn.
How wide is that bridge? Looks like maybe 10 feet across.
Yes.
Wide, not length.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's about 10 feet wide.
Okay. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 25, and 30. I'll move up there. And I'll cast grease on the bridge.
Where?
On our end of it, up around here. Oh, sorry.
That is
Goodness,
a big grease.
That's a lot of grease.
Yeah.
That's greasy.
Yeah.
Cool.
My finger
75
slipped.
feet.
Yeah, I'm not that good.
You create a pond. Just grease.
And there's an oil spill in Sandpoint now.
Yeah.
I'm just checking the distance to make sure that's about right
Okay.
for cast distance. If anything, I'll move it back a couple of feet towards me, or a couple 5-foot squares towards me.
Uh,
25 foot plus 5 per 2 levels. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. So back here.
Okay. So you cast the, you drop the spell over there. Okay. All right. That brings us to another one in the back. He's going to run up 20 feet. They shriek as they see you, and he starts running forward to you. Another goblin, the goblin out front starts to run up about 15, 20 feet. And then you see a creature in the, what is it?
Hmm?
One of the creatures is not appearing on the map, which is frustrating.
That's fine. We don't need it.
Oh, I see what it did. It duplicated. Sorry, guys.
God, they're multiplying.
Is that a bug or a feature?
Bug. Okay, so this guy's gonna run up here. Sorry. The thing broke a little bit. Idabrix, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move up. So I'm trying to tell. I don't want to move into the grease square, but like along that edge of the bridge, is that like coming down into the bridge on the left-hand side, the northern edge of the bridge?
On the northern end of the bridge, you think so when we're about where the grease is right now,
Yeah.
It's almost parallel with the ground. It's, you know, it starts way back and goes out.
And it kind of like goes down.
Yeah, so from the leading edge of that grease, so the second 5 feet of that grease,
Yeah.
that's at about 5 feet. The square in front of that's about 10 feet, and then when you get down to the tile that's right on the water line, that's
Yep.
about 20 feet. So
Okay. All right. I'm gonna move. Let's see. 10. Okay. I'm gonna move to about there. 20. Okay. And if I only moved double my speed, can I still attack or no?
no.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I wanted to make sure. So nope, that's it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. I gotta cycle it. That is to this. This guy is going to. That was duplicated. Gunnar, your turn, sir.
Okay. And while I'm walking, I'm going to draw my longbow
Okay.
and take a shot at the first goblin.
Okay. So Gunnar steps forward and draws his bow and reaches back, draws back on the bow, and goes to let fly an arrow at the
Oh no.
Let's the arrow fly for AC what?
Critical failure.
Critical failure. Okay. Let's look at the thing.
Oh no.
Roll a d20 for me, please.
That's a 12.
First attack of season 2.
The very first attack of season 2. Gunnar,
Here we go.
as you draw your bow back and you start to bring your arm down to lay to aim up your shot, something hinky goes wrong in your elbow, and the bow points down, and you shoot yourself in the foot, critically hitting yourself.
Great.
Wow.
So do crit damage on yourself.
Wow.
That's 33 points of damage.
So as everybody watches, the gunner shoots an arrow that lodges completely into his leg and pins his leg to the ground.
Oh my god.
One of the goblin at the beginning that is just about to step on this on the bridge runs up, screaming at you, laughing at Gunnar at this point. Stupid long shanks, and runs up. Davdithas, it's your turn.
Seeing what just unfolded, I'm gonna rush over to Gunnar, pulling out my holy symbol, and just reaching out to him. I'm gonna channel energy. So
Okay.
let's get. Hold on, I know how to do this. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna channel energy, and I'm going to heal him for 9. Not quite 33.
Where are we
Thank
getting the
you.
33 points of damage? Just out of curiosity.
So I rolled 11 on base damage. The multiplier on a longbow is times 3.
Oh, that's right.
You said critical damage,
Yep.
so
Yikes.
So
Yep.
I heal 9. And
Okay.
if anyone else for some weird reason was injured in the area, heal 9.
Mihaly, your turn. Unless Davdithas, you want to make another action.
No, I just run over and I go, oh, Desna. Desna.
oh god, he almost lost his leg.
Okay. So at this point, there is an arrow stuck through Gunnar's leg, and Davdithas calls upon the Gloria Desna, puts his hand on his leg, rubs it a little bit, looks like Gunnar winks, and a warm glow starts to spread up Gunnar's leg. And Gunnar, you feel your leg trying to push, the meat is trying to push the arrow out, but is unable to do so. Mihaly, you're up.
It's in the bone. It's in the bone.
Oh my god. I'm gonna step over towards Gunnar as well.
Okay.
A little bit west of Davdithas, putting Davdithas in between me and the front line.
Okay.
I'll draw from my bag a potion of cure moderate wounds.
Okay.
And start applying it however I may to Gunnar.
Shoving
does
it
he have
in
to
his
drink
neck
Is it
hole.
topical? Who knows?
Straight in the neck hole.
Down the neck hole with the potion, assuming he
Okay.
doesn't stop me.
Nope.
I don't know what to roll for that though.
Cure moderate.
You're moderate.
2d8 plus 2.
It says caster level 3 on it. I'm not
Oh,
sure
then
how that
2d8
works.
plus 3.
Yeah.
So a
2d8.
modifier of plus 3. And 2 those are d6, I'm sorry. 1, 2, and a plus 3. Is that right? 13?
Yep. That's right.
All right. So Gunnar, your friend Mihaly runs up and uncorks a bottle, sticks it in your pie hole, and it starts to pour it down. Glug 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 glug, and the warmth pours down in through your stomach and starts to radiate out through you, and you feel a little bit better at this point. Your pallor has gone from gray to a little pinkish. A little life has come back into you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So as the goblin in the back, it starts running up and screaming. As he gets to about the middle point of the bridge, suddenly you guys see in the water something's going on. The water starts spinning, and it like the water starts frothing, and you're not sure what's going on at this point, but there's definitely a disturbance in the water, and all of a sudden, out of the water pops a creature. It pops up into the air and takes a swipe at the goblin on the bridge and knocks him completely off the bridge.
Oh, well, in that case, okay.
Thanks, strange creature.
I pause and I look to Davdithas. River's haunted.
River's haunted.
River's haunted.
The river.
What do you mean?
There's something in the water.
I point at the water-like creature. River's haunted.
And this is we're gonna end the episode for the week.
Out of character. What the fuck is that?
River's haunted.
Yeah,
River's haunted.
Sort of,
Legit, River's haunted. We're okay.
It might be a water elemental, but River's haunted. That's Gunnar's first thought.
Can I ask Gunnar a quick question? How much health do you have total?
Total 44.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
75% of your health.
Yeah.
That
I
was
thought
brutal.
You might actually be dead there, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like
I have
he's
exactly
panicked.
33
He's not
health.
that panicked. Yeah.
If that was me, I would have been dead.
It would.
Yeah.
I actually would have survived that, barely, but I would have.
Wow.
Oh,
You guys have
my
so much
lord.
health. I'm so squishy.
That's because you're a mage.
Tank, man. You guys paid me to take shots to the mouth.
That's true.
Ooh.
Not
Phrasing.
touching that one.
And I'm not the one with lockjaw. Figure that one out.
Alrighty, guys. First episode back from taking a little bit of time off. What do you guys think? We're gonna go through it. We're gonna start with Davdithas.
What am I doing?
Thoughts.
My thoughts. Well, we've got a mystery on our hands. A mystery which we will probably solve when you decide to finally give in and give us the answer, because I think our detective skills are pretty bad.
You guys got a lot of leads ahead of you right now.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yes, but now you have
Go
a whole
back and
week to mull them over.
Yeah, go back and watch the episode, and you guys have the benefit of being able to do that.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I don't watch Tabletop Tavern.
Oh, I totally do. I absolutely go back and rewatch them.
Oh man, you're hilarious.
It's fine.
I'm good.
You're fine.
This is what we have to put up with here, folks.
Yep. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we've got an interesting development ahead of us. This whole river haunting thing is interesting, and yeah, I'm just eager to see where it all goes and what bigger scheme it all plays into. Because let's face it, it's gonna play into a bigger scheme somehow.
What is going to play in the bigger scheme?
Just this little murder mystery we have at hand here.
This little noir.
This little
little noir.
Sandpoint Noir. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just. It's
Okay.
I'm really digging the murder mystery side of things. I've been trying to sleuth and trying to figure things out, and I like that it's frustrating that it's not just like blatantly obvious.
I hate murder mystery.
I'm digging it right now. I'm having fun.
I've done one in Dungeons and Dragons before, and every second of it, I was just like, "Why?" Just. Why? I'm so bad at it.
I vote that we continue this in perpetuity, and we open a detective agency.
Okay.
We become the PIs.
No.
The Sandpoint PI,
Sandpoint
just
PI.
the Sandpoint PI squad.
Yeah, Herring can.
Can we all wear Hawaiian shirts?
Gunnar and I are jumping on a
Yes.
boat. We're going to the north.
Yep.
Fun.
River's haunted, guys.
The river's haunted. All right, Gunnar,
So-
what are your thoughts, man?
First, I'd like to apologize for being so out of it today. I did have fun, no matter what I look like. It was great being back and hanging out with all you wonderful people. I missed all you guys, and playing Gunnar is a highlight of my week, so I gotta be honest. So getting back into a new story and something that was a little different, we were kind of let off the leash, like Mike said, level 4, and no more hand holding and no more that kind of stuff. And
I mean, you almost died.
yeah, that's okay. That happens, man. I'm all right with that. Dying is a natural thing in D&D, and if that means I get to get excited over a new character, I get to get excited over a new character. Let's do it.
Hmm.
We said we're inviting you back if you die.
That's fair. That's
Wow.
It's Gauntlet. Yep. It's definitely Gauntlet.
But I did have a great blast tonight, no matter how bad I looked. And thank you all for coming back and hanging out with us on our night back. I hope you guys had as much of a blast as we did.
Awesome. Idabrix.
Yeah, I'm super glad to be back. I think I said it last week, like the whole time we were off, I'm like, guys, let's do something every Sunday night. You know, somebody was sick or people ended up with plans or whatever, and it's fine. You know, we all have lives, but
yeah.
It's so nice to like be back and get to hang out with everybody, and I'm super excited to see where this goes. And I keep seeing Great Wolf throwing it up in the chat. You know, I'm excited to take some of this into the RP channel in Discord and play around with some of it there. And you know, I'm already like, oh, we could do this and we could do that, and so yeah, I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Awesome. Mihaly.
It was a lot of fun. Like I said earlier tonight, it was a little like I don't know. I don't think apprehensive's the right word. A little anxious to get started again tonight, thinking I'd screw something up or take too long, get locked up in a decision. It was a lot of fun. Way to ease us back in. I like all this stuff that we're learning. I love murder mysteries, apparently. So keep them coming.
There's a lot going on. Once you go back and look at all the threads that I laid out this week, there's a lot going on.
I feel like I caught on to 10, 20% of it. Just anything that I thought was important, I tried to take a note on, and then, but who knows?
Okay.
Well, obviously you do, but yeah, don't tell us. I'm totally into this.
Alrighty. All right. From my point of view, this season is going to be a little different. But I wanted to, tonight was the foundation of the world building of the second season. Like we have our world, we have a lot of the established NPCs, but we introduced a lot more of those NPCs into the world tonight. And a lot of those NPCs were our community generated. These are people that have taken the time to RP in the channel. So we are, Bethany is a Great Wolf. You know, they became a Patreon subscriber. So their NPC is a permanent part of our world now. You know, you never know. But like, for me, it's fun. And I'm working with a couple people this season to do some fun stuff. And I can't wait to share it with y'all. I was writing some of the story today, just fine tuning some stuff that I wanted to fine tune. And it's just so fun. And now this season I have people I can actually discuss with and, you know, run ideas by. So for me, it's super cool. But I cannot wait to watch Davdithas flounder. I can't wait to, you know, see people smash stuff. I can't wait to people figure out these things and, you know, all the threads. I'm going to say this. Start taking notes because, like I said, there is a lot less hand-holding going on. So you guys are going to need to take notes of all the leads and how to put the story back. You know what I mean? How to figure this out. Otherwise, Sandpoint could fall, you know, completely. You know, you never know. You never know.
There's other towns.
You know, Davdithas could die to herpes. You know,
we'll find it.
or you know,
there's really nothing the team can do to stop that.
Fair.
So guys, thank you so much for coming out and supporting us tonight. If you're new to the channel, give us a follow. Come back and spend time with us next week. We do have the first episode is completely all up on YouTube. youtube.com/howinerd. Join our Discord community, become involved, get an NPC made, and possibly get it featured in our world. Thank you so much to our Patreon subscribers, our regular subscribers, anybody who's dropped bits to support us financially. We really do appreciate it. It helps offset some of the costs that we incur trying to do this. And thanks again, guys. We're going to kick off a raid, and we're going to roll some credits, and we're going to show appreciation to all you people that take care of us. We love you, and we can't wait to see you next week. So let's kick off this raid, and we're going to go over to our ending screen real quick, and we will gonna run our credits, and we'll show some love. So apparently this credits don't want to roll. They just keep on popping up and disappearing. Oh, maybe they're going now. All right, it looks like they're going now. Sorry about that, guys. So thank you so much for Dirtbag Dan and for the and Faywolf for the cheers. Our moderators, Koth and Cyclone Jack, Decider 12, Faywolf, Game Mom Luma, StreamLab, YottsTwitch, and for our new followers, thank you so much for joining us. When you get over there to Yeroshian, let's show them where we came from, and we're going to we'll see you next Sunday.